Sorry I'm late. It is not the fault of anyone but me. What's up?
Yeah, you better be lucky because I was fully intending on calling your phone here in a few minutes. So,
well, I'm glad that that didn't happen because I was in the car with Hemlock. We both really wanted dinner from this one specific place, and
John? Again?
no, Nukes is what it's called.
dude.
And there's one that's like 10 minutes from our house, but it's closed for some reason. I'm guessing for renovations. And so
But
we
of
had to go to
course
the
it's
next
renovation.
nearest one, which is like 25 minutes away. And so, or like a 25-minute round trip away. So, whoops. All I can say is that.
Dude, I could picture.
Oh, good Jesus! Oh, Jesus Christ! We're 3 hours now. It just dawned on me.
Yeah, SmackDown's 3 hours now. Yeah,
Me.
Me.
dude.
No wonder this nonsense
3
is on
hours.
the fucking card.
Dude, 3 hours of you didn't know?
Oh no. Oh, you didn't know. Doom. My ass can't book more than I am.
I can picture it now. You and Hemlock are in the car. You get a phone call. Hello? Xander, where the fuck are you?
Yeah, the worst part is there, Liam, that my phone connects to speakers in my car. So that's
Fantastic.
You would have been screaming through my car.
Oh, hey, speaking of which, Flame Shot just made me remember something. We got to reset the goal because it's 2026, baby.
You are correct. I just got here, so give me a second.
Oh no, you're all good. I was just yeah.
All right, we are officially at 0 out of 500. I also realized OBS currently has a recording pause because I'm in the middle of LAW. So as soon as stream is done, I got to get back to work. I had it probably, I'd say, 75% done. Then I had to fight with some odds on getting something working for it.
Nice.
Tell you guys what the mod was. Or I'll tell the creative team what the mod.
Yeah, I have something I need to tell you that I'm working on because it's very, very important and pertains to your content.
All right.
I will DM you that in a little bit.
This is also the first watch along since I rearranged my room. When did I rearrange my room, you might wonder? Like a couple hours ago.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was worried that might have. I was worried that might have zonked you out and you were taking a nap on us because I was like, what if he's just sleeping right now? And Liam goes, I wouldn't put it past him.
No, I don't do that. That whole sleeping thing, I don't do that.
Except when you have Luigi as a stand-in and you fall asleep for 4 hours.
Yeah. Don't worry, chat. He'll be doing that a lot more. He'll be doing that a lot more soon. Come Monday when I move in.
Okay, so Zach asks me what made me change the format, or what made me want to change the format of the World Cup from bracket to fan vote. I didn't. Ray was what did that. That was a Ray call. Quite simply put. Let me see if VPN will work. Netflix.
By the way, I just want everybody to give a nice standing ovation. I mean, stand behind your, keyboards or like put your phone down, stand up for a banger of a double premiere yesterday with TNA, where Xander had to defend his grand title twice thanks to Doc and his shenanigans, and also And then also ARW, brand new era. We are officially back, baby.
Hell yeah, banger show. I promise you guys, I did not book that world title match. I swear to God, I didn't.
I know, like that was an audible call with John Wick. Fun fact.
Yeah, it's the most Liam coded main event we've had in a hot minute. If ever.
Very fun fact, actually. Very fun fact, actually, because I realized I haven't talked about this on stream. There was a chance for 2 potential Liam coded opponents for Peacemaker because Johnny Cage was also in that match. And that's my favorite Mortal Kombat character. I fucking love Johnny Cage.
Mine too.
Fuck. Dude, how the fuck were we not friends sooner?
Right? So to give people just a little preview here, you guys can kind of see on stream. Here is kind of what the new setup's looking like. This is where the TV used to be. You guys can kind of see where it's at now. I got all my still unopened figures and all the Xandermania posters there. Got all my con stuff on the wall here. Working on getting all my figures onto the shelves nowadays. I've decided I'm just going to put all my Lego away because I don't really have anywhere to display them anymore.
Fuck yeah.
It is what it is.
Also, I'm going to do your job for you. Got you, no worries. Xander made a mistake in the ARW premiere last night. The 24-hour stream is happening next Saturday. It is not this Saturday. Next Saturday.
Yeah, at the time of taping, it was supposed to be tomorrow, so that's what happened there.
Which I'm very, very glad it's not, because I actually have lunch plans tomorrow. So that works out beautifully.
And shout out to Flame Shadow for a $10 super chat.
Oh yeah.
For Peacemaker and Sonic. Added to the mix for the stream rumble on Monday the 5th. So we are now up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 out of 30 spots filled.
Make
it 14.
Oh, make that. Yep.
Zach adds Cody Rhodes.
We're off to a rousing start already, y'all. We're loving this.
2026, it's time to talk about, we haven't talked about it yet in that minute, of food. What's everyone's favorite Pringles flavor?
Pringles.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Pizza easy.
I think I just like the standard Pringles personally. I'm not a big Pringles guy. I'm more of a Lay's guy personally.
That's valid.
Do you prefer regular Lay's or wavy Lay's?
Classic, but I do have a soft spot for wavy because Bo, my great granddad, used to only eat wavy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, y'all, just pour a couple Duffs out for Homer Simpson because we're all gonna fucking talk about it.
No. Don't pour Duffs out for Homer Simpson. Fuck Homer Simpson.
No, for real. Fuck Homer Simpson.
In ARW, in ARW terms, not I outside of it, I love Homer Simpson.
Yeah. I guess I was meaning more in general as the character, not specifically.
Yeah, I wanted. I was more
with fun ARW. Yeah, no, fuck Homer Simpson. Bro's the most overpushed fantasy COD there is.
I feel like Chris Danger is in part to blame for that. And I don't know if anyone else knows why I'm saying that.
This is new lore. What is this?
So back in 2018, This is actually what inspired ARW. Back in the summer of 2018, Dank Ops did a Flame, I hate to tell you, bud, I don't have the Pringles Man mod installed. I appreciate the 5, but I don't have the Pringles Man installed. I'll get that put on the board in a minute, though, and you can. But
I'm currently chowing on the sour cream and onion ones.
Back in summer 2018, when I was getting ready for college and everything, Denkop started a universe mode called the CWA, the Celebrity Wrestling Alliance.
I remember that.
And it was him, and I cannot remember who the other guy that was doing it with him was. But
probably BDE.
No, it wasn't BDE. I know that much. And they started it with a Rumble that was won by Thanos for the CWA title, and Homer came in at number 7 and was cleaning house in it and lasted until the very end where Thanos won. And like for the 7 or so episodes he ran it for, 7 might be being generous. It was all leading to Homer versus Thanos for the CWA title, and then he ended it the episode before that they were going to do the match. It's why I constantly make fun of Chris Danger or Dinkops for being a bad universe creator, because he never sees anything through.
Well, to play devil's advocate for him at least, I feel like with the 2K games, it is very.
Behind the mask, he has been in the last 2.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of months ago. Probably.
And behind the mask,
as in the 2 that we've actually done.
Yeah, the Rumbles that are being donated for is like non-canon to the actual LS11 universe. If we're going actual like canon universe, I've been in the last several years of like the indie Rumbles.
In fact, if you go back a few weeks to our first stream Rumble that's non-canon, you'll see Xander getting punked out by one of our LS11 originals in 20 seconds.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, you can't tell me that isn't going to be on the LOL list of funniest LOL of the year for streams.
What's up, Liam?
On Rumble lore, he lasts longer than Johnny Gargano does in ours.
Zach asks, can one of the goals be a Raw versus SmackDown bragging rights show? No, because I would have to talk to Ray about that, and I don't think Ray nor myself is interested in doing bragging rights.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Hey, Kevin.
Behind the mask, if you do, you have to skip a long ways because most of the stream is just us yapping, and then the stream Rumble starts towards the end of it. So, because it's our watch along stream, and then like at the very end of it is the Rumble. So you'd have to skip a ways unless you want to just watch us yap in retro. Want to just watch us rap in retrospect for 2.5 hours beforehand.
Yeah, what Kay said. Okay, so Flame said Bowser instead. I can do that. We're not going to be able to see the fucking ring whenever Bowser's in it, but you know what? That's all right.
Random
it was so funny at Crisis when you were doing the 8-man tag and he was standing on the apron and you were like, all right, I gotta switch the fucking thing to.
Yeah,
like, I gotta switch
like,
to
hey, production.
See shit.
Random thought.
What's up?
But one of these days, Z-Dog, me and you got to get a VC, and you got to ramble about Jade to me for hours.
About like the character Jade?
Yes.
Fucking gladly. You're not supposed to have a favorite child. She's my favorite child.
Look. Like when I came in to the whole sphere, I didn't know who was your characters and who wasn't. But when I learned Jade was your character, sharing the comic book shit and the routes you're taking the character, it interests me. I'm interested.
It's such a good arc, and it's such a good just story, and like the thought, yeah, and the thought he puts into the characters.
That reminds me. Am I going crazy, or was Jade like actually voice acted on TNA?
That was me using a voice changer.
Okay, good. I'm there. Is that a change you're testing the waters with?
All of the women are voiced by me. Like, that's not me putting words into an AI.
Okay. I remember for a while. Yeah, I remember for a while there you were using like a fucking text-to-speech thing. So that's all around now.
That's been the thing for like probably
Or
a
is
year
it-
and a half. The last time I used
Oh,
just
really?
text to speech was like probably Xander Mania 8 when Eliza went heel. It's just a case of the filter
Okay,
sometimes sounds a little robotic.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't use any like. I know a lot of people tell me, well, since you use these like voice filters, which are made with, they're made with AI of some sort. Yes and no, I guess, but it's not generative AI.
No,
That is
yeah, yeah. No, I feel like when people hear AI, they go like ooga, like fucking, they get scared and everything. My thing is, with you, you're not putting anybody out of a job.
correct.
You're not. It's not like you're trying to hurt the fucking voice acting community. So it doesn't really bother. Like, and not everybody has the money to afford fucking voice actors and
Right.
shit.
And you know me well enough to know
And
that
with
if I
your
could,
schedule,
I would.
absolutely. And with your schedule, you have fucking. Excuse me. You have a You got to get it done by a certain time.
Right.
So it's more convenient. I get it.
Where I would draw the line with using the AI like voice changer that I use is you will never see me pay for the premium on it, and you will never under any circumstances see me grab these real women's voices and clone them to make myself sound like. I draw the line there.
Yeah, no, I get that wholeheartedly. It's the one thing I talk about WSC a lot, like the pick fed on your streams. One thing with his channel I don't like. I do the AI is I don't like that. It's very, very weird to me.
My opinion on AI is that it's not inherently bad. The idea of it isn't bad. It's the over reliance on it, and it's the laziness that people just use it for everything they do that makes it bad.
Right. My stance. Go ahead, Liam.
I'm sorry. There's certain types of AI. Like AI as like a tool to help you, like when you're making art and shit, that's one thing. Generative AI, like using it to do everything for you, that's the bad AI. There's good and bad AI.
Yeah. And that's pretty much exactly what I was going to say is it's Alpha Rad who I heard this quote from, and now I use it all the time. AI should be used to do the boring parts of the work for creative people, but never the creative parts of work for boring people.
That's such a base take.
Yeah, I like the a lot, 100%. But back to the conversation that started this. No, the other night in the creative team, when you were just sharing shit about your I think it was your comic, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep.
I wasn't responding, but I was reading that shit. I am a sucker. Me and you could probably get like 5 or 6 fucking VC conversations out of discussing each other's characters.
Probably.
Yeah, same here. I wasn't responding just because I was like in awe of like the actual effort in the stories and the characters.
No.
I'll say this story I'm doing, it's gone through so many versions with my former writer, who obviously, but when the two of us have written various versions of it, and it's getting one more reboot now, just under me now because we're no longer associated. But we started this like our first week of college in 2018, so that's how long this has been going. This is year 8 for me.
Dude,
By the way, I'm just letting you know.
Go ahead, Gabe. What'd you say?
Oh, I was just gonna veer off topic real quick. I was just gonna say, letting you know, y'all, I just got Wendy's. So keep going about the comments.
Oh, nice. Goated food choice.
Okay, so Behind the Mask says, wait, you have a comic. Not a published one. I am working on figuring out how I want to go about sharing it somewhere, whether I do that on like Wattpad like you guys do for your booking stuff or some website like that.
I use AO3 and I use Wattpad. For those in the server, you've seen me pushing my shit on. But in my opinion, either of those work best. It's free. You can share the artwork in the chapters.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's the best way to go about it. It's the best placeholder until you get it. You get it published, because I know that's the end goal, is to get physical, obviously.
Yeah.
But I feel like until then, great placeholder.
Yeah. But yeah, there's the answer to that question. I will say, it's kind of crazy not having 1,000,001 things to do on stream, because I'm mostly caught up. I said I'd work on the ARW section of the website a little, and I will keep my word on that in a minute here. I will give everyone a little tease of what the match card is for LAW tomorrow morning, and then we'll have Ring of Honor tomorrow evening. I don't have that written yet.
Wattpad is a fan fiction app. It's like a writing app.
Yeah,
writing app / website. It's where a lot of people will publish their fan fictions and like shit they've written.
But yeah, so tomorrow on LAW, for those wondering, I will be defending the LS11 Grand Championship, which is just off screen over there. I don't feel like holding it on my. Me and the boys kind of all agreed, like, we're not doing all of our kayfabe stuff tonight. None of us have the energy.
End of a long week for all of us, and next week we'll probably get back to some of the kayfabe stuff. But yeah, tonight we're just gonna keep it chill and talk about stuff as our normal selves.
For me personally, I could probably do it if I wanted to. It's one of those nights where I just want to show up my stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I also could if I wanted to, but out of respect for Xander and just wanting to, relax and have a good night with you guys, we're just gonna keep it chill and wait till next week to do some of our kayfabe stuff. But tonight it's just a chill night, talk about upcoming weekend of stuff, stuff that we got coming up, talk about real world wrestling, all that. So
yeah, considering kind of chipped my mouth. Sorry. Considering that the 24-hour stream is, I'm gonna try to be on for as much as I can. That's what I'm excited for.
Oh yeah, be a fun time.
Shit like that. I love shit. Oh fuck! I broke my chip. Son of a bitch.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the 24-hour stream because I actually won't have to work because I don't work on weekends, so I'll actually be there the entire time and then don't have to get up in 3 hours to work.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it on a Saturday. Is that way I can use that next Sunday to recover, and I have no big shows to do for next week.
Like, I've said this privately, but my big goal for this year is for LS11 and just the con in general do a lot more collaborative shit. Like, 100%. We've got to plan it out, but we've obviously got the monthly squasher that's always a thing that happens.
Yeah, and that's exciting.
But I just want to do more collaborative content.
And I'm excited about the idea of doing that as well. Which I need to reveal the big Sanctuary project coming this year that we hit the achievement for last stream. But I'll do that in a few minutes.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, before Xander real quick shares the LAW card and previews that for us, I just want to say big ups to my guy here, Liam, for well, I'll just say this because I want everybody to be kind of surprised by this, but he's doing something big for me. So I want to thank Liam, in front of everybody and let him know, like, hey man, I appreciate you a lot. So you guys will see in the coming weeks and the coming times that we got there's some big stuff planned. So like I said, big ups to Liam, but I'm excited for you guys to all see it.
I finally DM'd you what I was talking about earlier in the stream. Kay bringing it up reminded me.
Okay, cool. Let me check in. Oh, nice. Okay, so to give you guys the LAW card for this weekend, because I'm excited about it, I will be defending the LS11 Grand title, like was paid for last week, in a 5-way elimination match against Tatum Lords, Liam Malone, who is in the call right now,
Was that?
Hemlock, who is my roommate and best friend, for those that don't know, and the Great Khali, who is also there. Okay, Tatum?
Hemlock, who was also my non-binary void in crime.
Yeah. Also, for those that haven't seen what happened yesterday on LS11 Impact, I got some fucking words for Mr. and Mrs. Murphy. Or, let's be real, Mr. and Mrs. Ripley.
I was about to say it. As Danhausen calls them, Mr. and Mrs. Ripley.
Exactly. I'll have some words for them following what happened. We're going to have some women's action between two of the more under the radar LS11 originals. As Casey Styles will face Jessica Enigma. Doc is going to announce the lineup for the 2 qualifying Fatal 4-Ways that we'll have next week on LAW for the LS11 or the LAW Internet Championship. And then in the main event of LAW tomorrow, the new #1 contender to the LAW World Championship, JT Jason, is going to take on the singles debuting Klon member Nate Express in the main event of LAW.
Hell yeah.
So big thing there, big show there.
Got another big weekend of content. Sorry, I just finished chewing my burger real quick.
Absolutely.
Got another big weekend of content though. We got LAW as mentioned. We got Lethal Lottery, which for those of you who don't know what Lethal Lottery is or how we did it, was a completely random spin that we were here for fucking ever to do initially because we kept having to remake the wheel for reasons. And we got a bunch of donations, and we put a bunch of random teams together. Some got paid for to be together. Not doing that anymore. We kind of felt it ruins the fun of the wheel of it.
Yeah.
So next year when we do Lethal Lottery, we'll be just spinning it all random, no preset teams. And but yeah, so we just got a bunch of random nonsensical teams. Some teams are a lot more fun than others.
Yeah.
We got some real doozies. The wheel gave us some real doozies. And then but yeah, no. So we got the beginning of the official first round. We had a big qualifying round for because we had a odd amount of teams that would have been making it. So to make it a more coherent tournament, we had a qualifying round. So that finished up last week. So now we're officially starting the first round, and so that's happening. And then we also have Fall Brawl, which is a SmackDown pay-per-view. For those in the chat that don't know, Xander and Ray run separate shows. Xander runs Raw and also a bunch of the other shows, and Ray runs SmackDown. So they run, other than the big four, they run separate pay-per-views. And in this situation, Xander has taken over SmackDown for a few weeks until they can get Ray's recording situation back into the swing of things. That's a different rant for a different time. That's Xander's rant to make, not mine. So
correct.
Yeah, and then but Xander will be doing Fall Brawl, which will be his last SmackDown pay-per-view for the foreseeable future. So that'll be fun. And then there was a fourth thing that for some reason is slipping my mind.
Oh, good. Also, just want to say while Kate was giving all that preview, one, fuck yeah, Jordan Grace was on SmackDown for a minute there. And 2, Kit Wilson has his own theme that feels very like it's very catchy, but also, my god, is it kind of generic.
So, the big Sanctuary project.
Yes. So for those that have seen, Sanctuary has gone through so many changes in the now 2 years that it has existed. It started as like an Alpharad type gaming channel, and then it became my live stream channel for a little while, where I would do gaming streams. And then it briefly became a video essay channel where I started doing the Spider-Man retrospective for the 1994 show. And I think eventually I'm gonna bring that back as well, because I really enjoyed that first video I made for it. But more importantly, it's now about to become a movie, TV, and comic style channel where I am watching through or reading through stuff for the first time ever. And that is starting with my solo series. For the first time ever, I know it's going to baffle people when I say this, I will be, for the first time in my life, watching the 1990s X-Men animated series. It baffles people when I tell them I have never seen it. Especially seeing how important the Spider-Man animated series has been to my life. And also, I will be having very special like movie watch throughs where I watch and then review movies with people as well, sometimes on my own. Other times I'm going to have very special guests showing me their favorite movies, making me sit through their favorite movies and learn about them. And I can confirm that the 2 people in the call, the 2 fine people in this call with me right now, are the stars of their own individual episodes, as one, Liam Malone, and I will be watching through Liam's favorite movie franchise, the John Wick movies, of which I have never seen any. And none other than KJ Elliott himself here is going to be the one to finally make me watch none other than cult classic Tropic Thunder.
That's gonna be glorious.
And then I don't know if this is going to be an episode or just something to do on our. But Xander's also showing me the song. That's gonna be.
Yeah, I haven't decided if the Sonic movies are going to be their own video or if it'll just be something you and I do, because I've seen all of them so many times that I don't know what I could add. So just showing them to you as my friend is something that also just sounds appealing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like when I showed you Fantastic Four a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it becoming our thing sounds very compelling.
I think it'll be fun to show you Tropic Thunder. I'm still surprised you haven't seen it because your dad's in it. For those of you who might not know, we have a running joke here that Xander's dad is Jack Black.
Okay, so not to cut you off here, Kay, but Kit Wilson has a mystery opponent, and he's got a microphone right now, which gives me a really good feeling about what's about to happen here.
If that's what I think it is, I'm more than happy to be cut off by it.
Because there's someone reportedly getting... Oh, fuck, what?
Uh-oh.
Who is it?
I don't like this.
What?
Who is it?
Oh, fuck.
Matt Cardona!
Oh, brother!
As Matt Cardona, not Zack Ryder.
Congratulations, you've made it even worse.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Maybe,
brother.
maybe, fuck, dude. Maybe he can cream Kit Wilson better than he can cream Chelsea.
Jesus, K.
I'm sorry.
Did he finally get actually signed?
What a waste of money.
I really thought that they were going to have Kit cutting this promo, and he was going to say that TV time was wasted last week by Joe Hendry or something, and that was going to trigger say his name and he appears.
Oh, it was either going to be. I was thinking it was either going to be that or it was going to be Alba showing up the dog walking.
Shit. All right. I still have nostalgic love for Matt Cardona. He was one of my first favorite wrestlers.
See, here's the thing with that, right? And I say this as a guy that's going to be marking out like crazy when Chris Jericho shows up on Raw on this live stream Monday. I say this with all the love in the world. All right, you're my brother, you're my home dog, right?
Uh-huh.
You got to take those nostalgia glasses off. They got to come off. Because to me, when Jericho shows up Monday, it's like, oh, fuck, it's Chris Jericho. Oh, fuck, it's Chris Jericho.
Look, man, all I'm saying is SmackDown's undercard just got a whole lot bigger. I guess.
If it wasn't for the fact that he was such a blatant e-grifter, I would have a little bit more respect for him.
No,
I think it's hilarious.
It's just Matt Cardona in the big 2026 is just if Nick Nemeth is bad, which I agree he is, Cardona's just as bad, if not worse.
Oh, I mean, I agree. And yes, maybe the nostalgia goggles need to come off.
At least Matt Cardona isn't getting a world title shot.
I mean, yeah, he's probably never going to. Thank fucking God. Because despite what some people may think, Cardona isn't a main event level guy in any universe. And I think I think anybody who thinks that needs to reassess how they think about wrestling.
I think anyone who thinks that might need to put down the blunt. Also, Liam, check DMs. I just sent you something you asked me for earlier.
Oh, dude, that's fantastic. You nailed that. That's great. Thank you. I appreciate the fuck out of that. That's so good.
Yep, no problem. Here's how I'm looking.
I'd say who you guys were talking about, but I have such a bad. I just have such a bad habit this week of Joe Hendry syndrome. If you know, you know. So
yeah,
I'll just not risk it.
Probably smart.
Yeah, please no. Yeah.
What I will say about Matt Cardona tonight is,
go ahead.
Yes, the nostalgia glasses definitely need to come off for me. On one hand, I'm like, you know what? This is the funniest thing ever. That he came back at like probably 4 years too late for them to have re-signed him with any hype. Had they re-signed him right at the end of his like Deathmatch King run, maybe there was something there. But in the big 2026, I agree, it is a matter of, oh brother. But also in the back of my mind and in the back of my heart, as the guy that once like nearly broke down crying when he got a hug from Matt Cardona a couple years ago. Good for him. I'm glad he finally gets to be with his wife.
Yeah. Like my thing is obviously, if Matt was a nice guy to you, like that's great. Obviously, like
right.
I don't doubt that Matt as a person is fine, but it's just him as a wrestler adds nothing to the table.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, the way he carries himself on social media, and I did watch the clip back. He absolutely re-signed. He got Def Rap.
Yeah, he did.
But it's the way he carried himself. It's disappointing to see someone who claimed they cared about the indies so much jump at the chance to abandon them for WWE.
Yeah, no, I 100% get your point on that too. Like I do. It also is just the funniest thing imaginable that after all this time he came back to WWE like at the least interesting possible time for him.
Yeah, very weird.
He got very heavily Def Rebelled though, and that shit is the icing on the top of the shit cake that is this return.
It's what we do.
Yeah, it's what we do. As Pierre also says, the amount of titles I've given Cardona and LS11. Yeah.
Also, it's funny because we had one really big plan for Cardona that we ended up scrapping and going with a way better option for. That'll be talked about on another time after kind of the dust settles on it. But yeah, we had something big for him and then realized, yeah, you know what? This might not be it.
What was it? DM me because I can't fucking remember.
Oh, dude.
I got you.
Listen,
You'll kick yourself when I DM you this.
I won't say much because nobody else in creative besides one other person knows this. There is an insane plan for one Joseph Hendry in the works that I cannot wait for you guys to say.
Oh, same. Like, it's being so tight-lipped that not even Kay in the call knows about this, and Kay's part of creative.
Yeah.
Also, like, I don't compliment my appearance too often, obviously, because I'm pretty self-deprecating about it. But damn, my beard is actually looking pretty fucking good for the first time in a while.
Out here looking
Pookie,
dapper.
you look beautiful. You look beautiful, Pookie.
Oh yeah, right, that.
That's not the beginning bit. Yeah, that.
I thought that's what you meant, but I was like, am I forgetting something else?
You're looking very kiss worthy tonight.
Well, thank you.
You know, the thing is that I'd like to say this is another running gag we have for the people who don't know, but there's points where I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're not really sure if Liam and I actually are playing Hide the Zucchini off stream.
Maybe we are. Who knows?
There's a reason it's not the zucchini, right?
Yeah, of course.
I'll just stop. Just gonna stop.
Okay, I have to disagree with you. Matt Cardona is not the funniest wrestler alive. That award goes to Gabe Kidd, who
That's
at the
fair.
top of the year last year, said fuck WWE, fuck AEW, New Japan Ichiban, only to probably leave for AEW. That is hilarious.
That is also hilarious. Yes, I will absolutely give you that with Gabe Kidd.
Yeah. When he showed up in AEW, I was like, fuck them, huh?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I will 100% give you that.
With Gabe, it was obviously in character, but it doesn't make it any less funny.
Yeah,
and it's so weird too. For those who don't watch New Japan, which I'm probably the only one in the call who does, and that's fine.
Yeah, I think so.
Fucking Gabe Kidd is a baby face in New Japan.
What?
He is a baby face. Yes, the War Dogs are faces. Yeah.
Funniest shit ever.
Which is crazy because he was
funny. Here's what's funny. Oh, go ahead, Cam. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say because he's like he was being such a good heel when I was at World's End and he was facing Darby. His crowd work was some of the best I saw all night.
Yeah. So I'll give the lore since these guys don't know. Throughout the middle, like last year, War Dogs and House of Torture, which is the only faction worse than the Bloodline, fucking were having beef within Bullet Club. So they had a dog pound cage match, which is pretty much advanced War Games. It's War Games, for those who don't know.
Okay.
And the losing team had to leave Bullet Club. Because of that feud, the War Dogs turned babyface. And all the LIJ members, which was Naito's faction, right? Because Naito left. All the War Dogs members are in a loose alliance with them now. And it's very funny because this is the second time in a row it happened. Because when Ospreay was still signed with New Japan and showed up in AEW, he was a babyface in New Japan. And here's a funny story because you're a Jericho mark, somewhat like I am, Xander, so you'll find this funny. Classic Jericho.
Yeah.
His bright idea for Jericho Ospreay in London is go, well, Tony, I think it'd be great if we had Ospreay be the heel when they were going to be in London. They were going to be in London, by the way, and Jericho tried to get Ospreay to play the heel so he could be cheered in London.
Yeah, never forget, Jericho also had Fozzy perform him to the ring so he could say that Fozzy played in front of a sold-out Wembley.
Yeah, and here's the funny story. The original plan for that match would have seen Chris Jericho actually join the Caillou family. And Will Ospreay would have left the group in defiance. And it would have been Jericho and Ospreay for the IWGP United Kingdom / US title at All In, with Ospreay as the face and Jericho as the heel. But Jericho went, that doesn't work for me, brother.
That doesn't work for me, baby.
I think that is an early 2026 moment here. Yeah, Gabe Kidd's a babyface in New Japan. What? That is an all-timer. That's an early contender. The absolute bewilderment in Xander's voice when he learns that information.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that was great.
Okay, so quick random question for you guys, because I'm working on the ARW roster page.
Yeah.
I've billed him as both. Does he go on the roster as Peacemaker, or does he go on the roster as Peacemaker is the nickname Christopher Smith? Okay, guys, as Peacemaker.
Yeah. That's the only.
That's how I log all my results. That's how I log all of my results, like on my thing, is as just like I log Captain. Like, even though you refer to him mostly as Captain America Steve Rogers, I usually just do Captain America. I'll probably never mind.
That's fine.
Yeah.
People can know.
My opinion is that's the only thing I don't like about ARW is like the Peacemaker Christopher Smith or Captain America Steve Rogers.
The only reason Steve is referred to as Steve is because, spoiler alert, we have plans to bring in the Sam Wilson Captain America. And for historic sake, we'll say Steve Rogers.
I mean, that's
what I was gonna say, but I didn't want to be like, ah, shit. I didn't want to.
Yeah, but I still think that you could call Sam Captain America and get away.
Oh yeah, the plan is to never refer to him as Sam Wilson. It will be just Captain America, and then for historic purposes, we'll say the original Captain America, Steve Rogers.
Yeah, that's just a pet peeve of mine. That's not a
yeah.
Dude, fucking crib.
Oh god.
Yeah, she's 100% right. That's the funniest part.
I think it would be like I think if like when I do it in my results page, like when I jot down the results, like later on when I actually jot those down, it would just be Captain America and then in parentheses a 2 when I do the Sam Wilson version. or like Captain America and then Roman numeral 2, just to.
Yeah, and I think that works. Yeah, no, but yeah,
But,
no, Liam, I'm 100% with you there. Peacemaker, I was just kind of up and down on whether I called him Peacemaker or by his real name because they do it in the show so much.
Yeah, I call him Peacemaker. It works out way better, and it just makes life a lot more.
It does. I agree.
I just saw a tweet on my timeline that says, Zack Ryder, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm in a group chat with all my other friends, and I let one know that he signed. He's like, that's not surprising, honestly. No one rode WWE's dick quite like he did.
It's true. I do think it's
pretty
funny.
accurate.
It
Hey, Beer.
I don't
Hello.
Here. I don't know anyone who's seen it, and I don't blame you for having. But it makes the documentary Cardona made about his match with Shotzi at Homecoming this year a lot more funnier, because there's a clip, and I'm gonna have to show you this eventually, Xander. It's hilarious. There's a clip in the documentary where he gets pissed about the Kevin Owens podcast clip. The one where Kevin talks about, and he goes,
sorry to cut you off just real quick. Trick Williams just came up on SmackDown finally.
For the second
Thank the Lord. He's finally free.
All right, please continue, Liam. Sorry to interrupt you there.
You're good. So in the clip, he gets very angry, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but he pretty much goes, I love the Indies. 5 months later, he leads the Indies. You sure love them, bud.
I also think an early contender for LOL moment of stream is Xander being all, what? That's crazy. What's going on? It's Matt Cardona and me and Liam in fucking stereo. Oh, brother.
Because I thought, oh man, what an amazing new T-shirt. Man, you could really tell the merchandise team put a lot of effort into this.
Oh, fucking no.
Oh, I'm sure they did. What a shirt.
I'm not finished.
Things he's never been able to say to his wife before.
Nothing like kicking off the new era of the WWE show.
Thank you.
Go fuck yourself.
Anyway, nothing like kicking off the new era of a WWE show than with those newcomers, The Miz and Randy.
Oh yeah, aren't they just new?
And then right fucking afterwards, Matt Cardona of all people.
Welcome back 2012.
Oh shit, Trick Williams with the first main roster. Let's talk about it. Everybody fucking drink.
Oh, thank God I'm not a drinker.
So, what do you guys want to talk about? Isn't it great to be alive in shit fuck McGee Town on a Thursday night?
Acknowledge me.
Yeah, I'll
and so on and so forth.
Fucking boss.
Everybody's got to have a catchphrase.
It's about T-shirts, brother. It's about T-shirts.
Cardona's back with Chelsea Green.
It's all about the money.
Yeah, you'll be DC and Cardona getting chucked out of the Raw in like 5 minutes, and then they'll call it a day on pushing him.
Hope he gets pushed off a wheelchair again.
Hold on.
I was gonna say I hope he gets pushed off a cliff, but I mean that works too.
Do 2K19 mods work well when porting to 25? I've never tried, so I wouldn't know, Flame Shadow.
Questions for later, though.
I looked up how to port a mod from 2K19 to 2K25 a few years ago when it was 2K23. It was a lot more steps than I was willing to learn, and so I gave up.
Fair enough.
Oh shit. Wow, they finally updated World Tour mode on my faction. I can't wait to check this out.
Sure, I'm sure the pop tonight for Matt was pretty solid, but in a couple of weeks is going to be what he deserves.
Well, the thing
Even
is,
that feels like too much.
The WWE in arena audience love the slop, so
unfortunately,
massive consumers of the slop. You see,
which is why I've cut my plan from going to any WWE shows this year or ever, unless they really shape up.
My live reaction to the World Tour update.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Awesome. They added no fucking Persona card. Amazing. Such a great fucking mode. Such a 10 out of 10. Man.
What a game.
Yeah, fucking my faction, this is your future.
Wow. Just fucking wow. Wow. Okay.
I'm going to put away the soundboard before I get drunk with power.
All good.
Wait, are the rewards? Are the rewards bugged? Hold on.
Hey, Xander, JB scripts made updated today. Yes, they are installed. Yeah. I installed them earlier today. So you'll see them next time New Day's on the show, which probably Monday. Probably.
They've been a pretty solid part of Raw lately, so I would say.
I'm trying to do my best
to see
use...
Kofi and Woods finally get mods.
I feel like I've been doing my best to use as much of my roster every week as I can.
And you're also doing well with the, and you're also doing well with them, unlike, the WWE where the New Day's turn went well for about 3 weeks and then the wheels came straight the fuck off.
Look,
whereas you turn them, and now whereas you turn them and they're a top tag team on Raw.
Yeah, but I was gonna say credit against me there, like hold against me there, because I turned them the night after WrestleMania, and it probably took the first quarter of the season before I started doing anything.
Yeah, but at least you remedied the situation.
Yeah, you've at least fixed it.
You realize that, oh, I could probably do more with these guys rather than, oh shit, they're sitting in catering. They look comfortable.
Thank God for Ethan Page and Chelsea Green.
So.
Oh wait, hold on a minute. Hold on.
Oh, hold on.
Hold up. Hell yeah! Gargano's coming out to his old No Heart, No Soul theme.
Oh, you love to see it. It's such a banger.
That's pretty sick. Sorry, I do not mean to keep cutting you guys off tonight. I just, for the first time in a while, actually have things to say.
Considering that we're not in the middle of a 2-hour-long debate like some people usually are on here, it's nice to hear you actually have things to say and get words in edgewise on your own stream.
Ain't that the truth?
Appreciate that. But yeah, updating. I'm making the renders first before I put everything on the website for ARW. I will say, I know that some people might not vibe with the more like pastel color scheme of ARW going to pink and yellow. I'm vibing hard with it instead of just another blue show.
I'm also vibing with it.
Same here. What's wrong if it's a new era after all?
Oh, by the way, speaking of website, like I was just wondering, are you gonna actually like have the have a link to title history for like the LAW titles? Because we do have had new champions since they came back. So
Ah,
That is true.
eventually. That might be something that like I get forced to finally do on the 24-hour stream. Like I make Liam turn on
What?
gameplay or something and they play a game while I do that.
yeah, no rush. I was
I'm
just
down. Would you?
we
I can give the chat options.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when
And
we
we
get there.
could-
We got another week.
Yeah, no,
Got
just
plenty of
next
time.
Friday. Yeah, we can DM me. We can talk all next Friday and just decide what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I can work with that.
Cause I'm a person of my word. I lost that gauntlet. I said I'd do the whole 24 hours with you. Person of my word.
yeah I also plan on doing the whole 24 hours. So me and at least you'll have me and Liam here to entertain the peeps when you have stuff that you need to do.
I will try to be here the whole 24 hours.
It's okay, Pierre. We know that sometimes you'll still be here even if you're.
So
How
actually,
dare you?
update
that that's my
The-
personal vote for LOL moment of 2025. I'm sorry, but that's mine.
the World Tour rewards are apparently bugged at the moment. So
WWE 2K
Classic
bug?
2K.
That never fucking happens.
So the actual rewards are you collect all the Abu Jia. I'm probably butchering the fucking pronunciation of that. Arc cards, you get 7,000 my faction. For all the blood money, I mean Riyadh arc cards, you get 150 my faction points. And then for the Acura arc rewards, you get an infinite Kofi Kingston. Which cool, I guess.
Hey, Pierre, it could have been worse. You could have been Ray looking like the Patrick SpongeBob scene.
It's
Thank
true.
God it wasn't that.
I will say, I think so. Just based on the RW conversation we were having earlier, I think there's one exception to the calling a character by their name instead of their title that I think we can all agree on.
I'm listening.
The Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because it very much is Arnold in ARW at this point, not the T800.
Yeah.
He also goes by Arnold like in Pumped Extermination, so that makes sense.
See, I
He's not
played
really the machine right now, so yeah, he's just
see,
Arnold.
I played the South Park games on stream. That get us taken.
Yeah, whenever I do those, I'm gonna have to like pre-record them so that I can what do you call it? I can very heavily
That's what the Patreon is for.
Exactly. So I can censor. That's what I mean.
Also, speaking of Arnold, I actually had something that we talked about last time we were on Creative, but I wanted to bring it up to you since you kind of have the final say on stuff. But I'll talk to you about it like when we get off stream about
Yeah,
it.
what's up? Okay.
So Zach has a couple of questions.
Doesn't he always, though?
Always.
What do
He
we got?
asked, do we like the name he gave Patrick's end of days finish, the end of Blaze?
Ah.
End of
It's fine. I don't know if he's going to keep using that finish anymore. The only reason he used it back in the brief return of ARW was because whoever made Patrick on that game didn't, fucking, what am I saying?
Didn't actually create a move set for him, just did
Correct.
the basic.
Yeah, End of Days is one of the default finishers for some reason.
Yeah.
My
It's for like the power
favorite,
character, like the
my-
power arc.
my favorite non WWE like favorite video game. I have a lot of them, honestly. I think my favorite at the moment is Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I've been having a lot of fun with that. I think of all time, Call of Duty Ghosts is a good shout. GTA is another great shout.
GTA 5 is my favorite non-wrestling game.
Oh, dude, it's a great pick.
It's pretty damn good.
Injustice 2, I would say.
Ooh, that's a great shout. I love
Injustice also is a good one.
Mortal Kombat X, I would say.
That's also a good one.
Gameplay wise, I love 11. I have mixed feelings on 1. I have mixed feelings.
Oh, just real quick here. Flame, I see you asking about the Bane mod. Sorry, I hadn't responded to you sooner. I remembered you asked me about it. That is not on Pro Wrestling Mods. That is from Patreon. And I am trying to find whose Patreon it was for you right now. I want to say their name is Refat. R-E-F-A-T. Sounds right. Yes. R-E-F-A-T exclamation point. That's where Bane came from, and it's where the Joker you'll see me using soon came from.
I think... Oh, someone else supposed to speak. Sorry. Go ahead. I thought someone else was about to speak. Oh. I think... And what's another one? We talked about it on stream. One of the squash-a-thons, Hitman. I love Hitman.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I thought you were done.
No. I'm gonna be a minute, so go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say, the opening Franklin scene in GTA 5 lives rent free in my head. I won't repeat it because of racial sensitivity. That is the thing that we have here. So, but it's one of my favorite opening video game scenes. And then also, I was just kind of wondering, like, do I not know something? What does the end of glaze mean? Like, what is the end of glaze? What would be the significance of it? Is my question, yes.
Glaze, like a glazed donut.
That's where my mind heads to.
That's where my mind headed too, but I don't remember him being a super donut guy. Is my thing.
The only thing I can guess, is he may have gotten it from GTS. I could be wrong, because I remember Tommy Salami used the end of days and called it the end of glaze. Oh, is it glazed ham? I mean...
Okay.
Tommy Salami.
There was...
Oh, fucking brother.
Oh, what are you, not a Tommy Salami guy?
I hated him even when I was a GTS diehard. I found him so fucking annoying.
It's going to be really awkward when I tell you one of the rare pieces of GTS merch I ever bought was a Salami hoodie.
Really?
The more you know.
Xander's like, well, I'm suddenly regretting this friendship.
Yep, and unfriending at Outsider Themes.
So my only thing with that, Zach, is when people have to rack their brains super hard to figure out the significance of what something is called, then I
could do
I might be crazy on that, but
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think. I could do something really fucked up right now. I really could. I could, but I won't.
Okay. Scared.
You're unfriending me?
I'm not actually.
Oh, uh-oh.
No. I play into the bit, fuckface.
Okay.
You were good. You were gonna unfriend me,
Uh-huh.
but Xander,
Fuck you.
Oh no.
No, so you need to follow it with, but Xander, you love Tommy Salami.
I can imagine you being told that, and you go, no, the fuck I don't.
Never have, never will, never did.
Dude, I'm doing my daily mindless scroll through the Xbox store. And tell me why there's a game called the Cultist Simulator.
The what?
Cultist Simulator.
They'll just make simulators out of anything nowadays, won't they?
No.
They really will.
I've heard some of the fucking wildest simulators there are.
Real Boxing 2 Remastered. There needed to be a second one?
If Real Boxing 1 remastered was so good, why isn't there a Real Boxing 2 remastered? Oh shit! No way!
Oh, I thought something had happened to SmackDown.
No, I was just being dumb.
No, I realized that almost immediately. You're fine.
Oh, I also found one of my favorite quotes of all time. Those of you who are in creative, so Pierre, Liam, Xander, you guys already know this, but you went to MIT? Oh yeah. What the fuck are you doing here? That's not my fucking point, man. Why aren't you listening to me?
It's so
That
good.
shows.
Yeah, we finally bullied Kay into watching Peacemaker.
Yeah, there is a game on here called Elon and Friends, and it's very ironic you do that because the picture background is very obviously AI.
Well, yeah, that's the only kind of friends he has, imaginary ones.
Xander's equivalent to Jack Hartwheel and Tommy Salami.
This looks like shit.
Well, it has something to do with Elon, so if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, and quacks.
No. It just so happens the character is named Elon. It's not actually Elon Musk.
Oh. Well, the point still stands
I
anyway.
do not blame you. I do not blame you for thinking that, because that does sound like a very 2026 thing to do.
The difference, though, Flame, is Doc's beef with Jack Hartwheel is simply because he thinks his name's stupid. Xander can't stand the fucking thought of Tommy Salami, from what I'm gathering.
Like the other thought of him just revolts him.
Yes, exactly. I hated him when I actually watched GTS regularly because he just came off like a whiny little bitch all the time.
Okay, hold on. To play devil's advocate, he kind of had a lot to whine about. He had to be friends with Grimm. Okay, I mean, that would make anyone be a whiny little bitch.
Yeah, but anyone on that show was technically friends with Grimm.
Why else would they be on his show?
Hold on, delayed reaction.
Thank you.
Dude, what Xbox adaptive joystick? Dude, if I wanted a joystick, I'd reach into Xander's pants.
Hey,
I don't know
Whoa. Jesus Christ.
I knew that's where that was going, but still.
You can prepare yourself all you want. Some things you just all the preparation in the world doesn't protect you.
No, it doesn't.
Oh man, but yeah, no, as a character, I found him so annoying. As a wrestler, I found him uninteresting. Xander, do you have any GTS wrestlers you wouldn't mind adding to the?
Yeah, any of the real ones.
No, actually,
Couldn't see myself doing it now.
Okay, hold on. There is one in particular I could see working in the very far future. And that's more because they're an indie wrestler these days than they are a GTS wrestler.
Okay.
And that's Jay Evans. I think Jay Evans is great.
That'd be my one.
Yeah,
Technically, you could argue KC Navarro.
See, a lot of the good wrestlers in GTS aren't there anymore. They're actual wrestlers.
What about this is one that I'm surprised. Maybe there's reasons why, but what about a guy like Jordan Oliver, who was known for being there, but he was also like more known for like CZW and.
I think J.O. could be a great shout. I mean, J.O.
he so would.
I mean, J.O. and Nick Wayne are used to be a team. I mean, that could be something.
They're the East West connection. I love Jordan Oliver. I've always loved
East Coast Express, I think. I think
He's
it was
pretty
East West Express. That's right. East West Express.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah,
So,
pretty good.
Also, I can't remember what their team name is, but Jordan Oliver and Alec Price are also a good team too. He's a really good tag team guy. I really like Jordan Oliver though. I've always liked him. I thought he played a great punchable heel when he was in Injustice and MLW. Him and Myron Reed were a great team.
Yeah, with a guy like Vlad Zach, I mean, fucking Vlad. If I wanted a character like Vlad, I hate to say it, I'd sign Piss Boy, and I don't think anyone's clamoring for Piss Boy anytime fucking so.
No. No,
Flame,
we're not.
I assume you mean he isn't a bad pick.
Bale is fine. Bale is fine for GTS standards. I just don't think he's the kind of wrestler that would appeal to.
I liked him fine when I watched GTS. As for Jordan Oliver, because I realized I didn't even like answer the kind of question about him, I have no issues with him. I just haven't seen enough of him to have my own like fully fledged opinion on him.
Then
That's fair.
That's valid. That's absolutely valid.
This is why, if you're ever interested, I'm mostly the guy you'd probably come to. I could find matches. You could watch him. Because I feel like you never know. There may be one of these guys that you haven't seen wrestle, watch him, and end up really liking them.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. I'm not against the idea either. But
Yeah,
no,
I think
New incentive idea.
True.
I mean, I'd sit down and show Xander matches for fucking. I mean, being brutal.
Yeah, no. I think that's like. No, I think that would be a fun thing for like us to do is like showing people that he might not have, and then be like, hey, what about this guy, and see if we can find matches for him.
Like I know for a fact Xander probably does have like a starboard Charlie mod.
Z-Man, have you ever seen the Okada Omega matches?
I've seen a couple of them. Sorry, my grandmom texted me. I'm gonna check
That's
on what's
fair.
going on real quick.
Yeah, no, that's all good. Family takes priorities. Pete's an entertaining character. He's not. He doesn't as a wrestler. anyone who fucking uses the Discord knows I play by action. It's just there are certain things I like in the mode, and it's just fuck it, it's whatever. It's a good time.
Yeah, one of my favorite Jordan Oliver matches of all time is his match against Jacob Fatu. You know he's gonna end up just getting rolled over like Jacob Fatu just did to people at that point. And I mean still does, but especially in Contra during that title reign.
Yeah.
But Jordan Oliver gave it a good fight and was taking it to him, even though you knew what the outcome it was going to be. And those are some of my like favorite matches. Is when you don't really have you kind of just know the outcome, but it's still like you can tell the person's just giving it as all, and it's not just going to be a foregone conclusion. There's a little thought in the back of your mind of, oh, can he pull it off? Even though you know he probably won't.
Well,
Those are always the best matches.
Yeah. You always go into those kind of expecting guys like Fatu to win. You watch them to see, you know, if a guy like Joel.
Everything's good, by the way. My grandmom was just asking me and my sister if either of us wanted the TV she was getting rid of, and she asked like 3 hours ago and hadn't heard from me, so she was worried I was dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But yeah. Have you seen the 2 out of falls?
The Okada Omega
The one where Kenny wins. Yes.
I think that's the only one I think I've actually seen in.
Then in that case, I have an idea. If we need incentives, if we reach a certain milestone, I would love to show them to you on stream.
Yeah, we can put that as a milestone at some point in the year.
Yeah, GTS is very much, and it's the case with me. It is very much a show that as a kid at the time it happened, it's very entertaining. It's a very fun show to watch. But as you grow older, you go back and you realize, oh, what the fuck was I thinking? This shit sucks.
That's just how people age, really.
So I'm not gonna bullshit you because we've definitely talked about this and we've we've ranted about it. You would kill what fucking age was I? Probably like 12, 13, 14-year-old me for thinking this was actually for thinking this shit was actually like worth watching. I actually, in a fucked up way, enjoyed watching JCW when I was a kid.
What, Juggalo Championship Wrestling?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
I could see it.
It's fine.
I was a stupid kid. I was a stupid kid.
We were all stupid kids.
Yeah,
exactly.
Gives a shit, honestly. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys already talked about this because I was away for a minute. Zach asks if we've seen the Jacob Fatu moonsault on the stretcher. I'm assuming we all have.
Pretty sure,
I have.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's your answer.
I used to be a diehard MLW fan pretty much up until the point that Fatu left. When Fatu left, I kind of lost interest. It's interesting how it's interesting like looking back and like trying to watch a show and realizing I can't really watch this show without like Fatu. Like Hammerstone's back, but he's not even really trying. They have a bunch of ex WWE rejects and a bunch of guys who are on the fucking blacklist for us that I just can't will myself to watch for a company that employs them.
And Hammerstone's already W.
What was that about Hammerstone?
he's already hinted at a potential AEW move, so that's not going to last long.
As nobody really does in MLW, unfortunately. They kind of go there for a short time, and that AEW poached a lot of like top young guys that could have been pillars for them.
100%.
Back in the early 2020s, because like Lee Moy already had a couple matches for MLW, and then look at fucking there, AEW got him.
MJF.
MJF was there for
Never
MJF
forget
was there
that
for a couple
dynasty.
years before AEW got him.
That is
But yeah,
true.
I get your point.
Yeah, my thing is there's a very common misconception when it comes to the word poaching.
Yeah.
More of it's the fact is poaching is more of shit that WWE was doing with Joe Hendry and with what they're doing with Leon Slater. With guys like Max and Lee and even Okada and Jay and Will, it's more of the fact that the money was better elsewhere.
Oh yeah.
And they were free agent. It's just
I'm not saying. Well, I wasn't.
No,
I'm not
I know you.
Saying,
I know you. Yeah, I know you are. I'm
like,
just putting it out there. I'm putting it out there because there's a lot of morons over the years that try to pretend they know shit about New Japan, trying to claim that AEW poached Jay White and Okada and Ospreay.
Their contracts were up. The only one I can slightly argue, and I'm not arguing because I don't want to start a whole debate. Obviously, it's not my thing. The only one I can give any kind of argument for is Ospreay, because they literally made a deal to sign him while he was still with New Japan, but still.
I can tell you why.
Yeah,
I can tell you why.
I genuinely wondered.
Because New Japan knew it'd be the better deal. They couldn't financially afford Ospreay anymore. I said it earlier, that pandemic fucked them over. The pandemic fucked over New Japan. They couldn't financially afford it. So they knew they had two options. They either let Ospreay entertain the idea of going to WWE and they don't get him at all, or they make a deal, they make sure AEW gets him. That way they still have access to it. That's why New Japan is more willing to let guys like Okada and guys like Jay White, well, less of Jay White because in kayfabe he's banned from New Japan, and all these guys go to AEW because AEW is partnered with them and they can still show up again.
Look at the Takeshita G1 run.
Yeah, with here's the funny thing, people forget with Takeshita. Takeshita signed to New Japan. He signed to
three? He's got three contracts? I think he's signed with the company too.
Takeshita has contracts with AEW, with New Japan, and with DDT.
Dude just running wild, pretty much.
Yeah, my thing with like the whole MLW and AEW thing, right? Like the thing is you look at guys like Lee Moriarty, and you also look at guys like Top Flight, because Top Flight were in MLW at 1.2. They were so you look at it and you see, okay, these guys were kind of just they were, for lack of a better term, they were cannon fodder for like the middleweight division. They were going in, they were having matches. They might win a couple, but they're never going to win, the middleweight title there in MLW. Then they go to, then they get looks from, a big company in AEW, and they're doing the exact same thing, but they're probably making more money. Right. So the thing is, are you going to make more money going to a company that you might be on, national TV, or are you going to go to a company that only has a YouTube show?
And the thing is,
exact same thing.
The thing is, MLW suffers from this problem. That's on them. They didn't sign Lee Moriarty to a deal. They didn't sign Top Flight to deals. They fucked themselves over. 100%. That's the reason why a lot of these guys go to WWE or go to AEW is because, you know, they're not getting a contract offer from MLW or TNA. They're going to go to the place that wants them. And while it's a tough conversation, another thing that fucks New Japan over, I don't know if you guys know they do this. They do 1-year contracts.
I did know that, actually, yes.
Yeah, they do 1-year deals. That's why every time around the start of the year, you'll always hear, oh, this guy's contract's up, or this guy's contract's up, or this guy, or this guy. And it's just, yeah.
Hi, Ray.
There is a guy from MLW that was a pretty major player in MLW that I don't think has been seen since he left. He was signed to AEW and appeared in Ring of Honor a few times, but never really did anything. That being EJ Nduka.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
He was a big time player in MLW. He was a former tag team champion with a guy who's been, I won't say featured majorly, but we've put him in a few spots, and that being Calvin Tankman. And he was MLW tag team champions with him, and he was just a big force. He was used how he should have been. He was a big ex-football player, bodybuilder, and just went in and had good matches, and people bounced off him. He signs to AEW. Everybody's thinking, oh, this guy's going to be a big player. Instead, he's stuck in ROH, does nothing, teams with fucking big shoddy Lee Johnson as Lee J, has a few matches, and then hasn't been seen in months. That's a case where a guy went for a bigger money deal and then got shafted out of it.
Well,
And I don't know the situation with EJ really. So I don't know the situation with EJ that much. So I don't know what could have happened there.
I'll gladly explain this. From what I remember, he got let go, and he's been a very, very big, believing his own hype kind of guy.
I could absolutely see that, because I think that was the reason he kind of left MLW and kind of, I don't want to say he burned that bridge, but I feel like he might have been one of those guys who was happy with his spot in MLW and went for greener pastures and realized that grass isn't always greener.
Yeah,
Guys, I have to interject here with the whole MLW grass greener thing. MLW doesn't pay their wrestlers a living wage.
Well, yeah, we were just talking about that. Yeah, that was. Yeah, MLW isn't going to ever be a major player, because every star they make in their right fucking mind is never going to sign long term with them. It's never going to happen.
Because no one, here's the fact of the matter is, no one is ever, ever, ever going to trust Court Bauer.
Oh, of course not.
Trust Court Bauer.
Because Court Bauer, from what I understand, is a carny piece of shit, isn't he?
I believe so.
MLW, and the only reason MLW has funding is because they got the WWE settlement. And the only reason they were able to get the WWE settlement is because Court Bauer is married to a lawyer, so he doesn't have to pay the legal fees.
Yeah.
The whole problem, with EJ and Nduka and this situation comes down to, it feels very simple to me: big fish, small pond.
It's
he's gonna look like a star when he's an ex-football player and bodybuilder in a small little fed with mostly smaller cruiserweight style guys.
Yeah,
big fish, small pond.
For a while there, when Swerve was the world champion, Nduka was kind of a part of his posse there a bit. That was very blink and you miss it, but it was a thing that happened with the situation of him leaving. You have to wonder if that played a role in that not lasting that long. Because it seemed like they wanted that to have legs. And it didn't last long.
Also, Xander had just got off work and really hung down to start on the Fall Brawl Arena.
Okay, thank you.
but it's a, no, it's a, but it's a,
I was like, what?
okay. But it's a case of I really did like Induka in MLW, but the more I look back on it, it's like I'm not sure a guy with as little experience as he had and with how limited he actually was. Like, he was a big athletic dude, but as far as wrestling ability, he didn't really grow much, or he didn't have much of a ceiling other than the athletic power dude. Which unfortunately in a company like AEW, you need more than just that as a ceiling, as an actual in WWE he might thrive in that role, but in AEW where work ethic and in-ring, acumen is so important, he only has so much of a role.
My thing is, with a guy like Induka, you can have the look all you want. You can have the look all you want, but if you can't fucking work, no one's gonna be invested in you.
Ain't
No
that
one's
the
gonna care.
truth?
My whole thing right now is wrestling. If you want to become a great wrestler, like, I feel like it's important that you work consistent. And like a big issue in American wrestling, at least right now, is that a lot of the companies are only running once a week. Or if you're WWE, you're running 3 times a week with 3 different rosters. So still once a week, as far as you're concerned, if you're a talent. So I think right now, if you want to be a great wrestler, go to Mexico and work CMLL, because they are running 3 days a week, and they are tearing shit up.
I also think another thing is in the modern age of wrestling, it's more appealing to a majority of wrestlers to go to a promotion where they only have to work once a week. I think that's just common sense. That's always going to be appealing to a lot of people, and that's why I don't think you're not going to see a lot of these companies run that much, besides the TV and shit.
Someone like Cody Rhodes, who's already like has his skill profoundly grand. So if you're someone who's young, like EJ and Duca, and still need to work, I don't like. Here's the thing: you want to work 1 time a week. A lot of people want to do a lot of things, but what do you need to do to become a great wrestler? You need to work at least 3.
Well, in that instance, it's just the thing is, with a guy like Induka believes his own hype. So in his mind, if he were here right now, he'd tell you to probably, and I quote, "Shut up, you don't know anything," and he's a star. That's pretty much along the lines of what he'd tell you.
Also with Induka, and
And I'll tell
unfortunately,
him how every single star that he compares himself to works more times a week than he does, and have more people following him, made more money, and more attention. Like,
and you'd be a million times right.
also with Induka, and unfortunately, it's a problem that Trick Williams has fallen into right now. And that's more of a WWE playing it safe thing. But the problem that Induka has also is I don't think I've ever heard him cut a different promo aside from the "look at me, I look the part, I am the part," that type of promo. The "look at me, look how big I am, look how strong I look at the jewelry I wear." It's like, okay, we fucking get it, bro. We've heard it 400 times before. Show me something else.
Those can only take you so far.
Correct.
Now we
Like, yeah,
hear Xander.
like, okay, I get it. You're wearing a fucking whatever dollar watch, or you're wearing this necklace. Okay, I don't give a fuck about your jewelry.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I don't have too much to add to the conversation at this point, because this is kind of one of those topics that I don't have much thought on here, if I'm honest.
Yeah, for me, just the point with Nduka, it's just a guy who never grew, never really, nobody ever like instilled in him. Yeah, you have to grow at some point. Like he was just like it's something that pisses all of us off because we've talked about this, in creative is complacency. It's something that pisses all of us off. Complacency in wrestling. And EJ Nduka, unfortunately, is a massive proponent of that, is the complacency in wrestling of, oh, I'm 6'8", 270 pounds. I don't have to, improve my wrestling. I don't have to improve my promos because my look's going to get me that far. And that's the mindset that fucks people over every single time.
You got a goose back.
Alrighty. Oh man. Let's. God, I keep forgetting SmackDown is 3 hours tonight. I'm like, oh shit, only 5 minutes left. Nope, try an hour and
Nope.
5, dumbass.
God knows how long this is going to last this time around, though.
For the rest of our lives.
Till we're 90.
Till we're 90.
Oh, dear God.
Broadcast television goes off the air in 20 years. Realistic about it, yeah. Like 20 years when, I hate saying it like this, when the last of the generations that are keeping broadcast television afloat as a business have unfortunately died up enough to the point where the money isn't there, that's when it will happen.
Yeah, probably.
No, I like how they all like ask these rhetorical questions, and I literally just give the very factual answer of when the people who watch it die.
Well, at least one of us loves those kind of answers.
Love it. I love ruining everyone's fun with grim reality. It reminds people of my life.
Well, that's just sad. Anyways, for those wondering, with the ARW roster page, as I'm working on it, right now, the renders on it are just going to be straight up from the media that the characters are from. And then when I have the time / the fucks to give, I will go in and I will start getting game renders of all the characters so it looks more uniform. Site.
Fair enough. Say no more.
I used to obviously have all of the renders on 2K24 of all the characters, but like at this point, don't. Is what it is. You'll have, unfortunately, multiple different art styles for the Ninja Turtles on there because it's easy to find PNGs for some of them than it is for others.
Yeah, Zach, rushing to answer your question. Yeah, they did have a spot, and they did have the big stage spot through the table.
I'm gonna be honest. This is also the first time in a while where I've just not had Universe or the stream chat pulled up while I'm doing this because I'm using both of my monitors for once. Because I'm looking at who's on the ARW roster on one side, and then I'm pulling up the PNGs on that same window, and then I'm making the roster renders on my second monitor, except the entire thing.
Hi, JT.
What up, JT?
Hi, JT2.
Hi, buddy. What's up?
Nothing much. Just getting off of work.
Fun times, fun times.
Let me not get hit by this car real quick.
Yeah, please don't. We do need you alive for LAW tomorrow. It would be really awkward because I've already taped your match, and I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to be like. I don't want to have to redo the whole episode as an in memoriam of JT Jason episode. I would in a heartbeat, but.
Well, also, we would really need to like scramble to find a new main event for room.
Funny that you think that me getting hit by a car means that I would give up my spot.
You know what? That's true.
That does track.
I'm saying, even in my ghostly form, I'm still getting that match with Rick.
Hell yeah.
It would be fucking what we've joked about with it would be what we joked about with Ray. We'd be pulling him in a full body cast, all of Squidward.
No. Actually, what would happen is I get hit by that car, I die, and then Vander would be like, "Oh, well, now I can do the winner take all thing," and then I'd possess your body, Vander.
Oh no.
Wins the title, firmly grasp it in your hand.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp.
That ought to do it.
So what were we talking about before I arrived?
We
We're just talking about
various,
just various things.
shit, and then Ray was making it grim.
I had just finished rants about how I liked EJ and Duca years ago, and then he just never grew as a competitor, and then flamed out in AEW ROH is what I was ranting.
Let me tell you about a wrestler I used to like. A wrestler I used to know and talk to on a decently regular basis, who ended up believing their own hype and making me utterly fucking hate them. Sammy Guevara.
Oh, that was not who I was expecting to come out of your mouth.
I don't think anybody saw that one coming.
Yes.
We've talked about Sammy actually before.
Oh, yes,
so,
we have.
Sammy's
First of all, who would you expect to come out of JT? I am curious.
I thought you were going to say Matt Riddle.
Oh God, no.
God.
I'd rather jump off a bridge than talk to Matt. Anyway, Sammy Guevara is very much a wrestler that I learned of 2 years before he signed to AEW. I used to watch Sammy's matches on a little Twitch promotion called Wrestle Circus. I don't know if anyone remembers that company's existence.
I do.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, I know Ali got his start there too, or at least his like. Yeah.
The first ever Sammy match I watched was Cody versus Sammy Guevara for the Ring of Honor World Championship on Wrestle Circus. And an old friend of mine knew who Sammy was, and that's how we met. And I remember
did Sammy win that match, or?
no. God, no.
I was about to say.
Sammy Guevara has never, thank God, never been Ring of Honor World Champion. Thank God.
Don't put it past him.
Don't say that. Don't say that. You're going to jinx it.
You are so going to jinx it.
No. Listen, Tony Khan may not be the smartest fucking guy in the room sometimes, but I'd like to think he has enough of a brain to realize World Champion Sammy Guevara is something every fan would hate. There's a very big reason why he's been there for 7 years and he's never once sniffed the World Championship. It's never going to happen. Anyway.
God forbid Jericho tried.
Well, that's the thing. That's the only reason Sammy was in a prominent spot. He was Jericho's golden boy. And see, to play devil's advocate, you could say MJF was Cody's golden boy. Here's the key difference, though. MJF had talent. Right. Sammy Guevara was notable, had notoriety for a good minute. But that was until AEW started signing guys who did his shtick way better than he did.
So,
and you have to ask yourself the question, looking at 2025 AEW, Sammy's whole point being signed was to be the flippy guy. So why do we feel the need to showcase him when we have guys like Bandito and guys like the guy who he's always been a Timu version in Ring of, Ricochet on the roster.
Right.
When
I've never
Rick
gotten-
Benedito can actually do flips straight, Sammy does them all crooked. If you've ever noticed him do any flip, he always does them fucking crooked.
Look,
Or
I'll tell you,
sideways.
Go ahead.
I've never cared for Sammy too much. I was willing to give him a shot. And Liam, I know you and I have talked about this before with other wrestlers. And please do correct me if I'm wrong. I wasn't watching AEW super closely at the time. But what lost me and immediately made me go, oh, fuck this guy. I will never cheer for you. Not even from a character perspective. But was when Jeff Hardy got concussed in a match. The referee said, Sammy, do not do anything else. He's
It was
hurt. And
Matt.
Sammy said, oh, you
No.
said pick him up and slam my knee into his head? Sure.
We've also
No.
talked.
Okay. Everyone was at fault there because Matt was like, "Oh, I'm good to go," and
He
the
was
ref
not.
made the stupid fucking call
Oh,
to
I'm not
listen
talking about
to
Matt.
the concussed guy.
Yeah, no. This was a different instance with Jeff Hardy. Yeah, it definitely was Jeff Hardy this year.
We did it with both of them because me and
no,
Xander,
yeah, you're probably right.
Xander, I think it's me
Before
and you
that-
talking about this because we did talk about the whole Sammy deal.
That's right. Yeah. So Liam, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's an episode of Rampage
I remember
where
it was
Sammy
Rampage.
and
I remember.
yeah. Okay. Now you know. Gotcha.
I remember.
Oh my god, I just
Okay,
realized he hurt both for Hardy Boys.
He almost
He really
Here's
did.
what turned
occasions.
Here's what turned me off from Sammy Guevara. Trigger warning to the stream chat.
I
There's
know
about
where
to
you're
be
going.
mentions of
We know
friends
where
of
we're
the
going.
R word.
I don't.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So a very young, here's the thing, a very young Sammy Guevara, and it's still no excuse, was on the Kevin Scampoli podcast, which, for those of you who know who Kevin Scampoli is, you are no, as Kevin Scampoli is scum of the. Anyway, he goes on this podcast and he makes comments about how he would like to either unwillingly or not have his way with Mercedes Moné. And it's a very, very uncomfortable thing to sit through. And at the time, for whatever reason, I'm like, no, he's young, edgy phase, it happens. You say some shit you shouldn't say. It's no. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Nope. No.
Yeah.
No. Continue. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say because me and you, Liam specifically, well, me, Liam and Xander have all had multiple all types of intersecting conversations about Sammy Guevara, and I know me and Liam specifically talked about how in Sammy's case, it's a case of you can make some excuses for him, I won't say you can anymore. I'm just saying back then you were thinking, oh, you could, like you said, he's young, he'll learn, bro, and he'll mature. But in 7 years into his 30s now, he still hasn't matured. Is the problem?
The other thing that turned me off from Sammy Guevara, and this is one I haven't seen a lot of people talk about, during the Men of the Year feud, there was a segment that aired with Sammy doing scandalous poses with the TNT Championship, which on the surface isn't that big of a deal. It's whatever. Happened numerous times. But when it's the very same belt that they've used to honor the late Brody Lee, I think that's a problem. I think it's a very big issue. And I would love to know who in creative greenlit that. I really would. I just want to have a conversation with them. I just want to talk to them. Just want to have a really, really good conversation.
It was probably. Yeah,
the thing with Sammy is Sammy has had so many years to change. He hasn't. He never will. He's an immature little douchebag who believes his own fucking hype, and fucking he hasn't changed.
Yeah, because and me and Xander talked about this too, about like both. Technically, if you want to be technical, all three Hardy situations, because there's two separate occasions where he's almost killed Matt. Because never forget the winging a chair into Matt's face and almost fucking and destroying his face, and then doing a fucking 630 through a table on him, like that was fucking okay, and then almost killing him at All Out.
Yeah, the All Out situation.
In a completely separate fucking situation.
Yeah. The All Out situation is the only time where I think AEW took a very horrible fucking like common sense L there, because the referee should not have been listening to a man who is very clearly concussed, very clearly has no clue where he is at, and he is bleeding out of the back of his fucking head on the goddamn floor, and he tells you he's good. And instead of being like, no, you're not, I'm canceling the match, he goes, oh, the concussed guy is good. Let's keep the match going and risk him getting fucking brain damage.
Right.
Well, yeah, and then another thing that me and Xander talked about too, not only the Hardy situations, but also the backstage thing with Andrade. Which granted, Andrade isn't exactly a fucking saint himself.
Andrade's funny. Here's what I'll say. Andrade is another case of funniest wrestler alive. That's a whole situation. Another thing is, and this is on the point where it's not allegations. It looks very much to be the truth, because I used to frequent his vlog back in the day, and we all remember the spectacle he made out of getting engaged to his first partner.
Yeah.
Well, something very interesting happened around that same time on his vlog. He started regularly showcasing one Ty Mello.
Yeah, I knew from the get-go that was a weird situation, because all of a sudden Ty was showing up very heavily in the blog.
And keep in mind, this started almost around the same time Sammy got engaged. So a lot of people have used context clues. And it's one of those things that hasn't been concretely confirmed, but it doesn't need to be. Yeah, Sammy pretty much cheated on his fiance with Ty. So real class act there. Real fucking class act.
Yep.
Yeah, no, Sammy's a cocky little shit who thinks that people are just gonna keep making the same, oh, he'll mature, he'll change excuse, when he's been doing the same bullshit for the better part of a decade.
Yeah, Sammy, the two people on the AEW payroll I can't stand the most right now, minus maybe a few obvious people, are Sammy Guevara and Britt Baker. I think they are both, and I try to be careful with this word, because I reserve it for people I think are truly the scum of the scum. They are two very big cancers in that locker room. And I think the better they are fired and never put in a ring again, the better.
Yeah. I'm not big on either of them either. I used to like Britt, but obviously the more I've learned, the more that opinion has changed.
The discussion we had really fucking changed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really telling with Sammy that in the whole situation with the whole, Sons of Texas, and the whole, the deal of Dustin, coming out and challenging for the, tag titles, that even TK has fucking Sammy Guevara, who used to be one of his pillars, one of his, golden boys, and like you said, that was a lot to do with Jericho.
Of course it was.
But it's very telling that in that whole situation, Dustin was the one who did all the talking, and Sammy was in the background looking like a goof.
Yeah, and you can make
Sammy couldn't have looked any more of a fucking outlier in the situation. Yeah. And it looked to be by design. It looked to be that TK told him, sit there, look stupid, or sit there and look pretty, and let Dustin do all the talking.
I'm just saying, MJF being Tony Khan's golden boy, Cody Rhodes' golden boy, gave us Chris Statlander. Sammy Guevara being Chris Jericho's golden boy gave us nothing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if anybody, well, I feel like Kane may know this. Pierre might too. I don't know if everybody knows it or not, but Max is very much the one who recommended Statlander to Tony Khan.
I know
So,
that.
Yeah, I didn't know who knew that and who didn't. So, yeah, because of that, that's why we have her in the promotion. Sammy, and again, if you need more evidence, he's a Chris Jericho golden boy. Jericho is the one who told Tony to sign him.
Mm-hmm.
That he did.
Jericho even said as much.
I also noticed that now that Jericho's gone, Sammy Guevara is doing fuck all.
Oh, I'm gonna be real. Sammy Guevara has been doing fuck all even before Jericho left.
Yeah.
They gave up with Sammy being a prominent, like, long-term fixture singles-wise on TV a long fucking time ago.
Probably since Max's first title run.
I would argue, yeah, you're right. How could I? That's the last. You're right.
Yeah,
I was there for that fucking Dynamite when him and Sammy teamed up together.
I actually did like their dynamic.
Yeah, the only reason I was happy to see that match was because I got to see MJF wrestle. But no, it's
it just sucks because I used to be a huge Sammy fan, and then there's shit you can't look past, like you said.
That is 100% the case.
Absolutely.
I actually like the MJF and Sammy dynamic too. When they did team up for this, like 3 weeks?
It was very blink and you miss it, and it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things almost immediately.
One-on-one match on Dynamite fun.
Because MJF could wrestle a fucking pile of dog shit and make it a good match.
Well, yeah,
that is 100% true.
I think that was fun. That was
when
a fun
MJF
match.
wants to go, he can go.
Yeah, no. I know you're right. It was fun. I'm just making the point. MJF's a very phenomenal wrestler. That's a very large part in why it was fun.
Like I said, and it's just something that I always notice. Like besides his personality, also he did flips, but he always did them fucking sideways. He always did them crooked, and for some reason it bugged the shit out of me.
You're not the only one. It was just so weird.
Granted, AJ Styles, I've noticed this for years. He does his 450 crooked, but AJ Styles does everything else so fucking majestically that I can forgive one 450 for looking a little off. Sammy Guevara, everything he did was fucking sideways.
Because Sammy Guevara had the Chris Jericho Michelin star on him. So he's like, why the fuck do I need to try? I don't need to try.
Yeah.
It really be like that.
And also AJ's that he does this 450 crooked. He's made jokes about it. So it's not like he's not completely aware that it's the one thing that he does that looks a little goofy.
It's Sammy. I have never seen a wrestler be given so many opportunities and so many gimmick changes and teams and factions than Sammy Guevara. I never.
He's now in LF5 with Roosh and Mortos. We need to see more Roosh rap. Man. That's what I say.
Roosh is hurt right now. That's the only thing.
I'm pretty sure he's hurt.
He
was supposed to face Bandito at Final Battle, but he got hurt.
He was wrestling on a torn up knee for a while, I think is what the report was.
Yeah, I think so, if I remember correctly.
Same thing as Swerve, because Swerve was wrestling with that fucked up ACL for like like since 2019.
It's mad what wrestlers just continue to push through.
A lot of guys just won't go to the fucking doctor and
Like,
get it checked. They'll just wrestle with the pain because they don't want to risk losing their opportunity.
I know Seth did it before he blew out his freaking meniscus.
It's because and when Cody said it about his pec, it really puts it into terms. With a guy like Swerve with his torn meniscus, you can't do any more damage to it. It hurts like a motherfucker. But the reason they wrestle with that shit is, well, it'll hurt. But if I wrestle, I can't fuck it up worse than it already is. So fuck it. Let's ball. Let's do it.
Fuck it, we ball, I guess.
Cody fucking, if it wasn't so fucking obvious with Cody, he probably would have just stuck it out.
Yeah,
If
most likely.
if it wasn't so fucking blatant with Cody, the fact that his pec was a shade of purple that I don't think anybody's ever seen before, it would have been different.
I don't think anybody knew existed. And holy crap, that was like a deep purple.
I feel like as much as I don't encourage wrestlers to do that, I feel like Cody felt, no pun intended, because I know it's going to get old brothers and size, but I feel like Cody felt like at that situation he was at a crossroads. And it's either A, I pull out of this match and fucking I don't become what I want to be, or I tough it out. I show the company I can be reliable even in situations like this, and I'm guaranteed that spot because Cody wrestling that match guaranteed him that spot. Like,
I'm even irrespective of him going into that match. I mean, if his pec wasn't a different shade of purple than anybody had ever seen before, he would have continued to wrestle afterwards. Because you know goddamn well when Cody came back, he didn't want to just disappear onto the shelf 2 months after returning. But he had to. Because nobody in their right mind would let the guy fucking keep wrestling on that. They let him do that one time because they built it.
That is true.
So
it's also
not
pretty
to cut
much
you guys off. They just put the U.S. title back on Julia.
Good for Julia.
Hilarious.
Like, it was just for her and Ethan to be 2 title champions, I guess.
Yeah. It's with Cody. Cody's he didn't want to get put on the shelf, but I feel like what's up, JT? Welcome back. It wasn't a smart decision because, like, physically wise, because you couldn't do more damage, but it didn't make it like the company look good. But I really feel like Cody felt like during the Cell match, if I do this, I'm guaranteed to be the next guy. Like,
if I wrestle with this ridiculously torn pec, I'm a made man.
A legend.
Give the devil his due. It worked, and even better, that's gotten a Funko Pop. It's gotten a video game model. It's gotten an action figure. It's an iconic moment.
It is
100%.
Agreed. Leo.
I mean, he hasn't had a crazy injury since, so
Fair.
Yeah, it's Cody and I think Ego are really the only 2 cases I think a WWE and AEW to WWE move was the best call.
Fair.
That's fair.
Cody as a person confuses me sometimes because 1 minute there's no bad blood, the next minute there is, the next minute there isn't. He's very weird. But I feel like in order for Cody to be the way he wanted to be and actually succeed, he had no choice. He had to jump. And Cody was always gonna succeed if he jumps, because think about this long term. If they get Cody and Cody succeeded, and Cody was able to be the guy to end Roman's reign and become the next franchise player for them, that entices more of the guys from AEW to go, wow, I can jump over there now and not worry about it. I feel like Cody had to be Cody had to be a slam dunk.
Yeah,
he was a slam dunk.
He very much was, yeah.
Because it makes them go, oh, Fed not all bad, like we're being told.
Though WWE almost found a way to fuck it up.
I'd argue they still did. I'd argue they still did because for those who forget, they fumbled signing Jay White for a lot of really good reasons.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Jay White would never have worked in WWE.
Oh,
Never.
of course not.
Honestly, probably not.
It's the same reason. It's the same reason MJF won't ever work. I'll let Xander get his point out real quick before I elaborate. But yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All I was gonna say is like the universe booker of me that knew I was giving up AEW in 2023 is sad that the hiring freeze happened right as Jay White became available. But the realistic just wrestling fan in me is like, thank God they didn't get Jay White. Because I don't want to know what the fuck he'd be doing right now. I saw a lot
You
of
would have gotten
edits.
Judgment Day Jay White, which admittedly could have been kind of fun.
No.
Yeah, like I was seeing a bunch of
No,
edits.
I agree.
I was seeing a bunch of edits before he got signed, where people were jokingly like making edits of Candyman Jay White, and I'm like, okay, as terrible as that is, that's probably exactly what would have happened.
Butternut Jay White.
I remember.
Go ahead, Kay.
Okay, I remember a interview that Darby Allin did back around like right when AEW first started, and he was talking about how he did like if he would have gone to WWE and he would have signed to WWE, they would have probably just made him the weird guy jerking off in the corner.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, they would have.
The reason why an MJF or a Jay White will never work in WWE is very simple. Their vulgarity is part of their appeal. I love MJF. Don't get me wrong. You guys know this. I would do unspeakable things if that man asked me to. But if he goes to WWE, 50% of his charm is gone. It's gone. It's down the fucking drain.
I respectfully disagree. Respectfully disagree.
My thing is here's my thing. Will he still do good over there? Oh yeah, sure.
1,000% will still succeed.
Right. No, they're still denying that. He's got the ring work. He can make the character thing work 100%. That doesn't mean he won't do good over there. But a good bit of his charm is the outlandish fucked up shit he says on the mic. That's not up for debate.
Yeah.
A good bit of his charm, kinda. I don't know. Like, I feel like over time, a good bit of his charm, I feel like early stages MJF, it was the fucked up shit and everything like that. But like once we hit that world title reign and everything like that, where he was actually leaning into a good guy, he was starting to show that he was a lot better than just the I can say fucked up shit.
No, you're not wrong. My thing is MJF has always been a great wrestler. And I'm not saying you didn't say that. You said that and he wasn't, but I'm just putting it out there. He always was. It's just the thing is, and the thing that still gets him like virality, because love it or hate it, that's a thing that's important in the wrestling landscape, is the out-of-pocket shit. Like, love or hate how he said it, when he called Swerve Diddy a couple weeks ago, that went viral. It went viral.
Of course it did.
Because of course it was going to. The thing is, and there's a very big reason he did it. Did it make sense? No.
God, no.
No. But you know what it did? It got people talking. Because love or hate, MJF he always gets people talking.
Fair.
Now I'm gonna
If
be honest
nothing
with you
else.
here. I'm gonna be honest with you here, so I'm on record. If in the face-to-face with Bandito, if you're doing next week, he makes an ice comment, I'm not gonna be a fan of that, to be honest.
We all know he
really
probably
hoping he
will.
I'm really hoping he doesn't.
I also hoping he does it. I also think he's. I don't know. I feel like he's too talented at this point. Like, I think it's like I don't know. I was watching that promo. I watched back that promo with Ricky Starks and everything like that, where Ricky Starks is basically like, yeah, the low hanging fruit is running really dry. Like, at this point, yes, the low hanging fruit is super dry. Like,
He will find a way.
From a quality standpoint, he's not wrong. But the reality is, again, I hate to break it to good old Rickard, the numbers don't lie. And that shit gets MJF attention. It works.
No, but then I feel like that's the what's it called? The Roman, like the W, not the WFC, the GCW will use Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins because it gets the views and everything like that. Like, sure, doesn't.
Okay. You're right to an extent. MJF's game plan is this. Okay, I'll say the edgy shit. It gets their attention. It's then my job to do what I do best to keep their attention. And that's exactly what he does. Because the edgy shit he had said to Danielson at one point got their attention. The Iron Man match kept their eyes on him. That's it. You rope them in with the, here we go again. You keep them locked in with how good you are in the ring.
The formulaic MJF formula has always worked.
Yeah. If I had it my way, yeah, he would be doing that often. But the point is, the reason he does it is it works. For GCW, for that fucking idiot, the problem is, the funny thing is, it still doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I'll say this with.
Go ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead. I do want to hear.
I'll say this with the whole the whole Diddy line to Swerve. That was kind of like that was towing a line a little bit. Like it was like, okay, this is like it's towing the line, but that's such a that's a kind of a situation now that I feel like is more in the past. Like it was like a lot like it was towing, but people more like, oh brother, really, you brought that up again? But
as a side note,
but if he makes the ice comment, that's crossing it in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Xander, if I may, you were in schools and everything like that when the Diddy comments and everything like that were coming out.
Oh, brother. Yeah?
I was about to say, was that okay? I heard over time, like they made like Diddy a banned word down there where you're at. I won't say where you're at, but they made Diddy like a banned like subject at schools and everything like that down where you're at. Is that the case with you too? Or
would have been news to me.
We made it a taboo topic at my work. Actually, I had a kid. Because I had to get on a kid today because one of the staff at my work that was in the same room as me was playing Justin Bieber Baby, which because fuck me, I have to be tortured by this song in two different eras. But
oh my God! Shouts out to Justin Bieber. I hope you're doing well in life nowadays.
I don't.
But then one of the kids near me, I didn't hear exactly what he said, made a comment about like, oh, Diddy didn't party, and I had to get on him about it because we pretty much like made it a taboo topic because a lot of the kids will say it but not know a fucking thing about what they're actually talking about and how serious the situation is.
That's a reference as always starts.
I think where Max wasn't towing the line there is I feel like there's a difference in going, oh yeah, you guys love oil. You guys are rappers who fucking suck. You're moguls. Oh, you're like Diddy. There's a between that and him going, yeah, well, fucking, Swerve, you did unspeakable things to fucking minors. Fuck, like, there's a difference. So I feel like if you went the other route, yeah, I get your point. I feel like it was very much a case of, because I remember when the spoilers came out for that episode, I was dreading watching it. Because I'm like, oh God, how bad is this? The internet made it worse than it was. That's how I feel about it.
It was pretty tame by Mac standards.
That's why I said he took the line with it, because if he would have actually like made some fucking accusation, that would have he would have long jumped. He would have fucking done an Olympic long. But because it wasn't that bad, I said he towed it just because of the reference itself.
I don't see, the more I think about it, him making a nice comment. If he was going to, I feel like he would have done it last year against Mystico. I feel like that's how he would have done it.
Or the little Brody feud he had.
Yeah, I do expect him to go, oh, well, Mexico's inferior to America. I expect that. I would 100% expect that.
Because American hero MJF just lives on.
And to an extent, for a lot of reasons, I enjoy that gimmick. Because if you sit down and you look at it in a certain aspect of it's poking fun at these people, it's great. It's hilarious heel work.
He goes the full 9 yards of this shit. That's great.
Yeah. Xander, me and you have talked about this. It's one of the very first things we talked about, actually, believe it or not. What separates American hero MJF from El Grande Americano Chad Gable is it feels like the company was buttering up to that side of the political spectrum.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what made the gimmick feel a lot more off-putting.
Fair.
It didn't feel like it was poking fun. Go ahead, Kay.
Oh well, like I said earlier, because of the whole with the situation of when the thing was brought up of Kaiser not dropping the gimmick when Gable's back from injury, and the whole thank God, it's like Kaiser, like Gable feels like a blatant mocking parody of Mexican culture, where he'll just run around where he runs around, acts like a goof, and says "gracias." Thank you. Like literally, it's the only bit of fucking Spanish he knows. Whereas Kaiser, he will literally do his promos in Spanish.
Well, the fact he can speak multiple languages does go a long way.
Yeah, and seem like he is doing and seem like he's doing an actual tribute to Lucha and like that, actually like respecting the culture rather than blatantly mocking it.
Yeah,
genuinely, that's the reason why is going to beat Dolph with the belt.
Yeah,
because he's pretty much a babyface now.
Yeah, it's with Ludwig. With Ludwig, it's Ludwig is putting in, for some reason he got the gimmick and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna become the next El Santo for no fucking reason at all."
There's gonna be an El Hijo del Grande Americano.
I don't blame Gable. Obviously, none of us do. It's not Gable's fault. Gable's
an awesome wrestler.
Gable is doing what he was told. That being said, you have to wonder if he's kind of regretting signing that new contract 2 years.
I'd imagine so.
You really?
Probably.
Yeah, honestly.
He would kill it if he was like just having regular bags of like guys like Claudio, Ricochet.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I feel like unfortunately, if he does leave WWE and go into free agency, hypothetically, everything they could get out of Chad Gable, they can now get out of Josh Alexander.
Yeah,
right, they're very
so
pretty much.
I think Gable not signing when he did fucked him over.
It might have hampered him, and admittedly, I'm 100% convinced we're going to get El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano at Mania, or Chad versus El Grande Amerikaiser at Mania.
That being said, should he choose to leave when this contract is up, inject Gable G1 run into people's veins.
Yeah,
Maybe not mine,
the same
but
mindset. I think that is the best destination point.
Let Chad fucking run wild in Japan.
You put Gable in New Japan. That's a very big step. Because JT, me and you were talking about this earlier. I think it's a very big step in getting them their next top guys in. I think it could help with an international, like, American appeal. It'd be a great move. The thing with New Japan, because we touched on this earlier, the thing with New Japan that I think sours a lot of people on the partnership, and there's a difference with New Japan and AEW and NXT and TNA, and I'd like to set the record straight on what the difference is.
Okay.
This is no disrespect to Trick Williams. None. All right?
All disrespect to Trick Williams.
No, there is a difference between WWE and TNA putting their world title on Trick Williams to get eyes on the product, and New Japan putting their belt on Konosuke Takeshita or Jon Moxley to get eyes on the product.
100%.
Absolutely.
New Japan are solely doing it because it's actually going to work. It's going to work. People know who Moxley is. People fucking know who Takeshita is. Takeshita is the best guy for it. He wrestles the style Japan audiences crave. He stands out in AEW. It makes the most sense. It works. With Trick Williams, the thing is, he's a big fish in a small pond.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trick does not have the appeal that Kenny Omega did. Because if we're gonna pull a no diss to him, we're gonna pull a Ray Wood special here. If we're gonna look at the numbers and you look at it by the numbers, to my knowledge, the largest TNA pay-per-view buy rate in history is Slammiversary 2021, which was main evented by Kenny Omega versus Sami Callihan. Their highest viewed TNA episode was Kenny Omega's first TNA appearance, which had its record smashed by Kenny Omega's first TNA televised match.
Yeah.
It's pretty sure you're right on all that.
Trick Williams, in terms of notoriety and appeal and popularity, could not lace Kenny Omega's fucking boots.
Of course not.
That is, and I didn't think that was the thing I had to say, but apparently, according to certain people on the internet, it fucking is, which blows my mind.
So weird.
I'll just say it's a good thing that that Ray wasn't here for that argument, because not a bad guy, but YouTube would have crashed with the argument that would have ensued there.
No, actually we wouldn't have, because I wouldn't have retorted. I would have just went about my day, and that's that.
I probably would have removed Ray from the call, or I would have left the call at this point. I love the guy.
Yeah,
I love him to death.
I was scared. I was scared that Ping was him for a second. I was about to say the curse fucking strikes again.
Nope, it's just JT.
Yeah, sorry. I was outside my landlord, so it was all like, they probably don't want to hear about my business transactions.
Yeah, the reason why New Japan has to rely on Takeshita and Moxley, and we all have a gut feeling it's happening, and Kenny, because I have a very big gut feeling Kenny is showing up at Kingdom and sparking a feud with Andrade. I feel like it's happening. He needs something to do to hold him over until and I'm confident saying this too, until he beats Max for the belt at Dynasty. He needs something to do. So I feel like they're going to run the Andrade feud. There's a reason why let's just say this. There's a reason Okada is main eventing Wrestle Kingdom and Yota Tsuji isn't.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel,
honestly, for a
I
while,
feel-
I thought it was going to be Okada Takeshita at Wrestle Kingdom for the title. So that's what I thought it was going to be for a little bit.
never thought that. Yeah, I never thought that was going to happen. My
That's
thing
fair.
is that a lot of the New Japan guys, and this is another very big reason why every time they try to proposition a new top gaijin, they eventually leave. Geto can't fucking book to save his goddamn
No,
life.
not really.
He can't do it. So it makes the fans uninterested in David Finlay and Yota Tsuji. And because here's the fun fact. How any booker watches Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd from Wrestle Dynasty and doesn't strap the fucking rocket to Gabe Kidd and make Gabe Kidd the top, foreigner in your company
Which is so
is
fucking
beyond
weird.
me.
Anybody else would have done that. Well, maybe.
It's beyond me.
Almost anybody else.
Because there's no reason why they didn't just book Gabe Kidd to win the G1 and the world title.
I was just gonna say Pierre, unless you're delirious.
Yeah.
Also fair.
And yeah, it's we'll get to TNA booking in a second because they're not Saints either.
I was deliberately making fun of delirious in that case.
Oh no, yeah, we could all agree Delirious fucking sucks. Fuck that. He is not a good booker to save.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, no. It's just fucking with New Japan. It's the people are watching Wrestle Kingdom not for Tsuji. They're watching it for Okada and Tanahashi. That's it. That's
fair
the
enough.
major reason why. And I feel the New Japan talent have their hatred aimed at the wrong people. Because getting rid of the AEW partnership isn't magically gonna make it's not gonna fix anything. Because that's not the problem. It hasn't.
It's going the opposite direction that they think it's gonna go. And everybody but them knows that.
Yeah.
Because AEW, everything that made New Japan the top company with all the smarts, with all the IWC, AEW's doing now. AEW has all those players. Omega, Ospreay, White, Okada, Shibata, fucking, Mox now, fucking Takeshita, all those fucking guys are in AEW. So what real reason is there for me to watch New Japan?
There isn't one.
There isn't.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't given a shit about New Japan since the pandemic.
And notice
that makes sense.
Yeah, notice.
Same with me.
You specifically said the pandemic, and that was the start of everything. Because now they're in a financial situation where every top fucking star they want to keep, they easily get outbid for. And that's why Ray's argument of consistency is never going to work. Because in 2026, if I'm a professional wrestler and I can go to WWE or AEW and only work once or twice a fucking week, but at most 3 times a week, you bet your ass I'm going there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so this was another topic of conversation in the server earlier. TNA's just not doing good either. But I don't think you need me to tell you that.
No, it's TNA's been TNAing, as it always does.
The way TNA has handled their top baby faces really needs to be studied.
It's baffling. It's fucking baffling.
I feel like Joe is the most ludicrous case. Joe Hendry
100%.
was the most viral wrestler in the goddamn world in 2024. 2024, 2025. He was the most viral wrestler in the world. To the point where his appearance on NXT got more views on Twitter than Cody Rhodes dethroning Roman Reigns.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
So
half of those were me, by the way. Half of those views were me.
We're not shocked. So TNA's bright fucking idea is to give the world championship to Kay's favorite main eventer, Nick Nemeth.
Oh, fucking mother.
That's their bright idea.
There's live footage of me seeing Joe get eliminated in that match.
Their bright idea was, for whatever fucking reason, turning Josh Alexander heel. Having him eliminate Joe Hendry, and then the biggest fuck you to Joe, not even having the guy who he got turned heel on by win the goddamn match.
He not even make it to the final two, by the way.
Which is insane.
But it's okay, guys. It's fine. It's fine. Joe beats Josh. It's fine. Bound for glory. He'll win. No. JBL costs him for no fucking reason.
Oh, yeah. Everyone fucking JBL with some TNA. Just doing shit. On the weirdest side quest.
Yeah. So, again.
Yeah, we want side quest Mike. Side quest John needs to be fucking studied.
So,
John Bradshaw Layfield in Pig 2024.
So now that is both. That is both your major mania caliber moments for Joe, not booked. So they give him Genesis. Okay, cool. Still a fine moment, whatever. He'll have a great run and it's fine. No.
Nah.
Nope.
The great run was not in the room with us.
Let's fucking talk about it.
He sits there.
Let's talk about it.
And he wrestles Matt Cardona on the first live show. Bet you guys forgot this happened. JBL helped Joe Hendry retain the title.
I remember this.
Hope you weren't expecting an explanation for that because it's never brought up again.
Yeah,
he's never seen again, was he?
The thing I love more than a side quest that doesn't actually have a fucking payoff.
So you know what? That's okay.
The greatest.
That's fine. Joe shows up in the Rumble. Gets a big ovation. Great. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. All right. Awesome. So, TNA, he fucking is facing Kazarian. Oh, okay. That's fine, I guess. He's facing Ethan Page. Oh, wait a minute. He's facing Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Oh, okay. Cool. Sick. Awesome. What's doing at TNA? Oh, playing best friend to Elijah. Oh.
Remember we all thought Elijah was still going to turn on Joe?
Okay. All right. Oh, but he's showing up on NXT, staring off with Oba Fett with Suga TNA. Oh, he's fighting a bunch of nobodies and looking like a bitch. Oh, he's fighting Trick and he loses the title and doesn't even get a rematch for it. Great. Fantastic TNA.
He did in the match that fucking Santana should have won. And instead, Trick wins again, LOL.
Oh my God, he was in that match, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was a triple threat. That's TNA for you.
Oh, I got fucking thoughts on last year with TNA. Trust me, I got fucking thoughts.
I'd love to hear them. It's an open forum.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, the amount of thoughts I've got. I want everyone to remember this. I was known among probably the universe community, in the LS11 universe, and online as the TNA guy in 2023 and 2024. Like, everyone knew if you put a gun to Xander's head, told him you can only do one universe show for the rest of your life, which one are you picking? I would have not skipped a beat and said TNA. I said TNA was the most fun I was having with Universe. It was the most fun live wrestling experience I've ever had. I got to meet my favorite wrestlers, which at the time were Hendry and Cardona. And my God, the journey of Joe getting to the NXT title or to the TNA title was fucking awful. The destination was fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
Genesis.
It was
Again,
very.
I ask again, what the fuck was JBL doing there?
We'll never know.
Here's another thing, Z-Man. Never forget how Joe is the world champion, yet they propositioned Matt and Jeff Hardy as the faces of the company.
Yep.
TNA.
Yep.
TNA.
Like I said before with JBL, what does everybody love more than a side quest? A side quest where there's no fucking payoff.
And don't get me started. Don't get me started. Everyone wants to know where the bit started. Everyone wants to know where the fucking gimmick started. I'll tell you where the fucking gimmick started. The fucking gimmick started in 2023 ahead of Clash in fucking Scotland. It was 2024 rather. Before fucking Clash at the Castle Scotland, when Joe Hendry is the hottest fucking thing in wrestling, and TNA decides the night before Clash at the Castle Scotland that he's gonna lose to 47-year-old fucking Frankie Kazarian, clean as a goddamn sheet.
Yes.
And you know how many more times
Kaz.
Kaz beats Joe Hendry clean across the next fucking 2 years? 4!
That's 4 too many, as
Do
far
you
as
know how
I'm
many times
concerned.
Joe has beaten Kaz clean?
0.
0.
Once?
The
even-
one time Joe has ever beaten Kaz via pinfall was because JBL and Nick Nemeth got involved.
What a sentence. Just what a sentence.
Frankie, the same age as my father Kazarian. Frankie Kazarian could realistically be my father in terms of age.
Yeah.
Isn't that something to know?
Like,
Here's another
Yeah.
thing.
What? Oh, sorry, you go.
Yeah. Here's another thing that really pisses me off. It blows my mind that none of the TNA wrestlers have come out to be angry about. Do you remember that historic house, quote unquote, that they drew for Bound for Glory this year?
yeah, I
The
do.
one that
No.
TNA always raves about? Yeah. The very same house that Bubba Ray Dudley and Matt Hardy try to claim is solely because of them and nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking insulting. How insulting is that to Leon Slater, to Mike Santana? How fuck it to Kaz, to Joe Hendry, to the entire TNA roster, to have Jeff Hardy's little brother try to sit there and claim him and the Dudleys.
I think Matt's the only I get your point.
Oh, in terms of relevancy.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Little bro.
That's what I thought you meant.
Yeah.
No, same. I just pointed out.
Yeah. Having a mediocre tag title run and a mediocre tag title match with the Dudley Boys. It's them. And I want you to keep in mind, Matt Hardy is fucking delusional. That he thinks by the end of this year, TNA will be number 2. He is that fucking delusional.
It'll probably never happen again.
When the president, here's what stops them, Pierre. They could sell all the fucking tickets they want, but the moment that buried any credibility they have was when Carlos Silva, this fucking roadblock that will forever prevent TNA from going anywhere again, had the balls to go on a podcast and utter the words, and I quote, "We will gladly build stars so WWE can take them."
I.e. Leon Slater, Joe Hendry, probably Mike Santana.
Why would anybody? Go ahead.
No, you go. I'll say it after you say what you said.
Okay. Why would anybody, for the love of God, why would anybody take your company seriously after that? It's gotten to the point where diehard fans like Xander are fucking embarrassed to say they were fans of the goddamn product.
Yeah, and like, let it sink in. It's famously known how much I hate the swear GD. I will almost never say it. I have said it more in the last 2 weeks on streams about wrestling than I have in my whole life.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, like I've said before, and I've made this clear, I am as big of a Frankie Kazarian guy in the big 2026 than damn near anybody is right now that isn't a member of his family, probably. Okay? I've met the guy. I feel like I have a personal connection to the guy because I met him. It's very much a Joe, situation with Xander as it me and Kat. But however, I'm not gonna sit here and be delusional and say that Kaz should have been beating Hendry left, right, and center for the last 2 years. One win
No one
further
with two working eyes would ever say that.
one or two cheap wins for the feud. Okay, whatever. But there's no way that he should be beating Joe clean as a sheet 4 separate times in a span of 2 years. That's just the difference between being a fan of somebody and then being fucking delusional, in my opinion.
Correct.
Yeah. Now, if they were gonna tell a story with Joe, like they're telling with Stat right now, of every major guy that beat Joe defends the belt against and beats clean, fine, great, fantastic. The problem is they didn't tell that fucking story. Because
no, they did not.
You can hand TNA fucking gold bars in their hands and they'll somehow make it worthless.
That's TNA for you. At the end of the day, TNA is gonna TNA.
It has gotten to the point. It has gotten to the point where the only reason anybody signs TNA is to get to WWE or because WWE released them and goes, look, go to TNA so we can use you without paying you.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
There's 3 certainties in life at this point: death, taxes, and TNA shooting itself in the fucking foot.
Or the skull at this point.
I will tell you, the moment TNA's momentum died, a lot of people are going to say it's when Scott D'Amore left. No. The moment I knew this TNA revival was dead on launch was when Moose won the world title in the main event. Was when their bright idea for the big faction, the first big faction to be the fucking system. That's when I knew
the system.
That's when
then
I knew
now forever.
That's when I knew this reboot was dead on arrival. They had their aspirations way too high. Look, I love Scott D'Amore. He's a nice guy. He was a very polarizing booker. We'll say that. Very polarizing. Very interesting opinions. But he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He shot way too high into the sky with this TNA revival because he was out here saying he had aspirations to get Will Ospreay, to get Okada, And the one that'll make everyone go, yeah, you're delusional, CM Punk. They were never going to happen.
No.
They were unrealistic.
Yeah, I mean, they got some decent people in the last few years. They got Switch. They
always fucking forget Jay did have a TNA run.
Sure did.
Yeah. And here's the funny thing. I'll never forget this. Kenny told this story. TNA tapings. They do Kenny and Josh face-to-face, little segment. All right, they do it. They film it. Kenny goes, so great. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a match. I'm going to put him over. It's a lot of fun. Scott goes, oh no. There's no plans for you to fight him. Are you serious? Yeah, no, we're not doing that match.
Which is genuinely fucking insane.
The face of AEW. Stare down with Josh Alexander, the next big star of TNA, and had no fucking plans to run the match. Only then to get Jay White placed in their lap. They have the opportunity to do the biggest possible match outside of WWE at that point with Jay White and Kenny Omega for either the TNA or the AEW or even the fucking New Japan Strong title or never Openweight title. I'm sorry. Nope. They interact twice. Never again. Never again.
Because why would they do something interesting?
Wait, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Jay recruiting Chris Bay in the Bullet Club at the time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The only thing of substance that came from that run was TNA was the exact company where GOD were kicked out of Bullet Club.
What a place to come out, really. TNA.
And
they got replaced with the Good Brothers. I remember I watched that actually.
Don't get me going on how worthless the Good Brothers are.
Them damn Good Brothers.
It's the thing is realistically speaking, if Impact better thank God that they worked on contracts at the time, because if they didn't, they would have lost Ace Austin, they would have lost Chris Bay, and a lot of those guys a lot sooner than they did.
Yeah, they would have lost him a hell of a lot sooner. Which is admittedly, it's always still mad to me that Ace Austin never won the Impact World title.
Because Impact, it's like a fucking, it's like when you're the booker of Impact, you're overcome by this evil deity that makes you do the worst possible booking decision imaginable. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened with Joe, and it's my crackpot theory. They knew Joe was going to WWE, so they did everything they could to sabotage him. They did everything they could to sabotage him, so he was worthless when he went to WWE. The problem is, it didn't work because none of WWE's audience, as much as they would love to have you believe, watched TNA enough to know what the fuck they were trying to do.
I believe that.
Yep. I also.
And they are doing the same exact thing with Mike Santana.
Oh, aren't they just? You can't be a babyface in TNA at this point.
Part of me recommends it. The other part of me doesn't. You can go back on this channel and find it. The Slammiversary 2023 watch along. You can see the life leave my eyes when Josh Alexander low blows Joe Hendry. You can see.
I will never forget that.
Yeah, Pierre was there. You can see the life leave my eyes. You can see me become gradually more done when Josh is the next one eliminated. And you can see the oh brother look on my face when I have a brief moment where I think they're going to put the belt on Kaz.
Then nope. It's Nemeth.
I would have rather they put the belt on Kaz, to be brutally honest with you.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, yeah. Yeah. And you can just, I go on a full rant. The first the first WrestleLuigi video was almost a video of just a very drunk me rambling about how angry.
Yeah,
I was
no,
drunk on this stream too.
I
Never
don't.
forget.
I do not blame you at all.
The best way to watch TNA shows,
100%.
inebriated.
Because
Only way to make them make sense.
It's the only way.
it's I watched it and I couldn't fucking help but just laugh. Because of fucking course they put the belt on Nick Nemeth after the time for that had come and gone. The time for that was Rebellion, and they didn't do it. Instead, they chose to try to make people care about Moose and motherfucking Matt Hardy in 2024.
That sounds correct.
Dude, honestly, Moose's entire the system, I make this joke all the time. I use the Deadpool quote where it's they call me the Gambit. Do they, or do you just really want them to? I use that quote a lot. TNA. The system is the most dominant and successful faction in TNA since the early days. Are they, or do you just really want them to be?
It's like of all the groups, though, why the system?
Here's my thing. Moose is... We've had a conversation about Moose's previous allegations. But even then, even without those, Moose just sucks. I do not understand what the appeal of Moose is. I don't get it. There are about 1 million wrestlers who do Moose better than Moose.
Bobby Lashley.
Brian Myers.
TNA kind of got him right.
And I'm there with
Brian Myers.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I
Brian Myers. Yeah, I got you. I got you. You're good. Don't worry about it, man. Brian Myers is such a nothing burger of a wrestler.
Right.
Yeah. JDC exists. My biggest issue with this group, not named Moose, is Eddie fucking never was Edwards and his annoying ass wife, Alicia.
Thank you. Holy
Someone gets it. The vindication in his voice.
For literally anyone to agree with me on that.
Hold on,
Impact has
all agree with you on that shit.
Hold on.
The vindication in Xander's voice.
Everything they could to make people give a shit. The only person who ever made anybody give enough of a fuck about Eddie Edwards is Sammy goddamn Callahan.
Pretty much. Never
Joe
forget
Hendry
that.
before Joe Hendry. Because Sammy Callahan, much like Joe, made TNA mainstream relevant. And you
Genuinely,
know
it was
his big fucking thank you for that was a world title reign, a transitional reign for Tessa fucking Blanchard. That's what his thank you was.
What a thank you.
Even before the allegations, I fucking hated Tessa Blanchard. But that's not the topic of conversation here. I don't get it, Z-Man. Eddie Edwards is fucking boring. He has always been fucking boring. Him and his wife have never had one goddamn moment in TNA where I'm like, wow, I see why they try to make this guy a main eventer. Let this be known. Okay? All right. Eddie Edwards is a 2-time TNA world champion. Somehow, some fucking way, Eddie Edwards is the only Gaijin to be the GHC heavyweight champion in pro wrestling Noah history. And that company has been around for 20 years. And the only good thing about Eddie Edwards is on the fucking blacklist. And it's Davey Richards.
Never forget the American Wolves. Genuinely one of my favorite tag teams.
I never knew about them. I want people to know. In 2022, 22? Yeah, that was when TNA was doing their 20-year anniversary. That was the Impact 20 year, right?
Yeah, they think so.
Never forget the Slammiversary 2022 watch along, where I am sitting on the couch in my grandparents' house in the old apartment I used to have. And it is the Team Impact versus Honor No Fucking More tag team match. If we want to talk about another Eddie Edwards faction that no one gave a flying fuck about.
This guy stinks!
Sorry, I had to.
Thank you, Pierre. Never forget that Team Impact, by the way, was free agent Alex Shelley, Impact's Chris Sabin, AEW's Frankie Kazarian, some fourth person, NWA's Nick Aldis, and then fucking Davey Richards for some reason, when they were better known as an ROH tag team. And my direct words when he came out were, who the fuck is that? And why should I care?
To be fair, you weren't around during like the 2016, 2017 era. If you were around during that time, you would have been like, oh, that's the perfect thing.
Yeah, that's one thing we will disagree on. It's the Wolves were a very crucial part in TNA during that time fucking meaning anything. So I understand why they did it. The problem is, Xander, if you go back and you watch the Wolves run or you watch Ring of Honor, Davey Richards was always the one that they was valued more.
Understandably.
He always was. Davey Richards, in my knowledge, is a former Ring of Honor world champion. I don't think Eddie Edwards was ever Ring of Honor.
I can look that up real quick. I think he was.
I know Davey was.
Yeah, Davey was for sure. Eddie, I think, didn't get past... I think at the very least he was a TV champ, not a TV champion.
I think he even got past the 6-man titles. I think could have won that.
I'll put this in easier. Xander, Red Dragon, right? Red Dragon.
Oh, brother.
You easily say O'Reilly is superior to Bobby Fish in every single way.
Yep.
Everybody would agree with that.
Picture that. But Davey is Kyle and Eddie is Bobby.
Honestly,
no, Eddie,
perfect comparison.
Eddie is a former ROH world champion. And
when the fuck did he win that belt? Who the fuck did he even beat?
It should tell you. It should say a lot. It should say a lot, JT, that we all forgot that happened.
Genuinely never even knew that.
Oh yeah, he beat
Never would have
Roderick.
known.
He beat Roderick, and then Davey beat him.
You know what? That would make sense in my head.
You know who else was a former Ring of Honor world champion that most of us have probably forgotten?
Who?
Fucking PCO.
Oh my god, you're right, he was.
I like to erase that from my mind. I like to erase that from my mind.
I wish I could forget that happened.
Because
I know he won it.
You want to know the funny thing that made Honor No More fail?
What?
That a lot of people... Yeah. They all eventually went back to Ring of Honor except PCO.
Yeah, they would do that, wouldn't they?
Eddie didn't either, I guess.
Yeah, so...
Because TNA is the only fucking company that wants Eddie Edwards.
That's true.
Genuinely, Sami Callihan was fucking carried Impact Wrestling from 2016 to 2018.
Every fucking time in last year when the fucking system would get their very brief cameos on NXT, it was always so funny Then it was like, wow, Eddie, this is the closest you're ever gonna get to being in the big time.
Wait, wasn't Eddie in NXT before?
I don't think
Hold on.
so. Maybe.
Hold on.
Cameo,
JT,
one
J-
match.
JT, you're in luck. You're in luck. I'm on YouTube right now. Hold on.
Oh, so the James Storm approach, Kay. Did you hear that message?
The American Wolves had one match, and then in NXT, and then they immediately went to TNA afterwards.
Wow. Really?
So the James Storm approach to NXT.
There.
Never forget the James Storm NXT time.
One NXT match disappeared forever.
You know
Two,
what? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for bringing him up. Do you remember earlier when I said about Sami Callihan being Joe Hendry before Joe Hendry? Fuck that. Fuck
James
that. No.
Storm, yeah.
James Storm. James Storm was the most shit on, disrespected TNA fucking OG.
Absolutely.
The fact that man was only TNA champion for 6 days is bullshit.
It's a fucking pride as far as I'm concerned. Genuinely, if anybody should lead the aces and eights, my money with James Storms. Let him lead the thing.
Because here's the thing. Here's the problem. Here's where Billy Snorgan fucking went wrong. He had the right idea, wanting to push Storm as the world champion. Nobody is going to boo James Storm. James
100%.
Storm didn't need to be a heel. And every fucking idea he tried, it didn't fit James Storm.
I'm going to drop a picture.
James Storm is not a cult leader. James Storm is not fucking this cryptic ooga booga fucking guy. No.
Never forget the DCC, the Denver Council.
He's a beer drinking cowboy that would soon as punch you in the face as he would shake your hand.
He was Hangman before Hangman.
Absolutely. 100%. And you know what? We're talking about TNA slander and bad things they've done. It's very ironic we are. Because here's a little fun fact for the chat if we're still alive.
We're still alive for
Today is the 13-year anniversary of AJ Styles versus Magnus.
Oh, God. What a way for AJ Styles' Cena to end.
If you want to lose respect, any possible fucking respect you could ever muster for a woman like Dixie Carter, let me flush that down the toilet for you real quick. They bring the most popular homegrown TNA talent they've ever had back for one more night. And their bright idea to re-sign him is offer him a contract that's worth 50% less than what he was originally making. And when he says no, they give him the most blatant middle finger I have ever seen from a wrestling company. It was the first time, but not the last time, I had to turn off a show before a main event ended because of how disgusted I was. It is the most blatant fucking piss on his legacy I have ever seen in my life. And it when you watch it, it makes you realize why he didn't show up in that company again for 11 fucking years.
Absolutely.
The other example of this from TNA would be nothing too big, just James Storm versus Dan Lambert.
I forgot this fucking happened. It did happen, didn't it?
That was a repressed memory. That was a
Thanks
very
for bringing
repressed
that back
memory.
in my mind, Liam.
Storm versus Dan Lambert is at least 12 minutes of James Storm handcuffed, taking beer bottle shot after beer bottle shot to the head over and over again until the 3 count hits.
What the I
What
don't
even
understand.
is TNA at this point?
I don't understand how James Storm can get pissed, shit, and puked on for how long he fucking did. or how somebody could do that to him is more of what I mean.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
That was such a weird statement right there.
that was pretty weird, but I get it.
TNA, fucking
But it's
mind-boggling.
because it's been shit on for so fucking long, despite the blood, sweat, and tears he put in the fucking company.
Never forget America's Most Wanted, another one of my favorite tag teams.
So let me tell you my top 3 tag teams in TNA history. 1 is Motor City Machine Guns. 2 is America's Most Wanted. 3 is Beer Money. What do 2 of those teams have in common?
We're talking,
Cowboy James Storm.
Beer Money was fucking awesome.
we're talking Motor City. Here's a very big fun fact for you, and you're going to know what's pissed you off a lot. Another top wrestler on Liam's favorite wrestlers list, Alex Shelley.
Same.
So imagine how
He's a-
surprised. So imagine how surprised I am if. Hold on, let me make sure I've got my dates right. I don't want to fuck this up, because if I say it, this is the exact date, and it's not, I'm gonna feel really fucking stupid. Bear with me here a second.
Take your time.
It'd be really funny if I just ended the stream before they got what they're figuring out.
It'd be such a mean thing to do.
Which is why I'm not going to do it. You know I'm not mean. Oh boy, guys, are you ready to hear the most that's going to put butts in seat thing you're going to hear all night?
What do you got?
Guess who they showed is in the crowd for CMLL tonight?
I'm so scared. Who?
Bad Buddy? I don't know.
Mojo fucking Raleigh, baby. Get hyped.
The Hype
You know
Bros.
what?
Fucking brother.
It could have been so much worse.
But Dean Mutati. That's right.
What a-
I government named him.
Okay,
What a guy.
hold on here.
You're all good, Krim. We have been ranting for like the last hour.
Could
How much
no,
TNA is
Oh,
such a
Crimson.
weird company.
it could
Okay,
be worse.
I have the date.
Okay.
So imagine my surprise. 24 hours before my 20th fucking birthday, Alex Shelley wins the Impact World Championship. And I
Hell
think
yeah.
finally
Oh, yeah, he did beat
they're gonna
Moose.
do right. No, he beat Steve Macklin. He beat Steve
Oh,
Macklin.
yeah. He was Macklin. He beat not Moose.
So imagine my fucking surprise when I think, okay, cool, this is great. The Guns are both singles champions. You know, they're going to do it right for once. It's going to be fantastic. Oh, TNA's coming back. That's cool. Oh, Alex Shelley's going to be the first TNA world champion of the new era. This should be fun. I can't wait to see how the reign goes. It's going to be cool. Oh, what's that? He got beat by Moose? Oh, what's that? Nick Nemeth overshadows his title win, a title loss, all that. Oh, cool, great. Fantastic. Just awesome. Great.
Yep.
And then don't even get me started on Bully Blubberboy Ray's fucking that doesn't work for me, brother, on Chris Sabin's world title reign. Don't even get me started.
We've ranted about this. We have
Oh,
ranted.
the aces and eights.
Yeah. It's a tension point with this whole thing. So we can wrap this up if that's what Z-Man wants to do. Case in point.
Yeah, because I do got to get LAW done.
Yeah. TNA does not love their originals. They do not care.
No, they don't. Actively despise them.
I mean, granted, when Jeff Jarrett's your founder, you kind of reap what you sow.
Free fucking.
Why don't we have a
baby.
freaking Bree Woo soundboard yet?
Yeah. So I remember in the Q&A session that kind of got me ingratiated here. We were talking about funny enough, we were talking about Honor No More in that Q&A session, and we were talking about how shitty it was, and now we're
Brother, this
Sorry,
guy
obligatory.
stinks.
And now we're
Continue.
talking about the system. And I remember during the Honor No More rant that Xander gave a bunch of nicknames to the members of Honor No More. So
Oh yeah,
I would
you did.
I would like to do the same thing for the system if you guys don't mind.
By all means, take the floor.
All right, let's see. We got Timu Lashley Moose.
Mhm.
We got we got Eddie. I haven't been interesting since my tag team in the Wolves 10 years ago. Edwards.
Uh-huh.
Or alternatively, Eddie, Sammy Callahan made me relevant. Edwards. There's that one too.
Yeah.
Somehow
we-
bashed my face in with a bat.
All right, I hate to interrupt real
We-
quick, but hey, sorry, I'll let you get back to it in a second, Kay. But hey, Pierre.
Yeah, what up, bro? Yeah.
And this stream just got copyright struck.
That's
Probably. So who cares though?
I've learned
We've
it's
been
8
in
seconds.
this long.
It's 8 seconds that gets copyright claims. Anyway, please continue, Kay.
Yeah, and let's see. We got Alicia. My only strong point is being hot. Edwards.
Side note, 2 second side note here. God, her voice is annoying. Continue.
Isn't it just like nails on a chalkboard?
So much
Yep.
better. Shut her fucking mouth. Let's see. We got Brian. I'm the shittier Edge Head Myers.
Oh, the edgeheads.
And we got JD. A dance got me over. C.
Never forget how over Fandango was. He actually was genuinely over. Even though, yes, that is the base reactor until Breezango happens.
I'm gonna be the one that says it. I don't think
Don't you
Alicia
say-
Edwards. I don't think Alicia Edwards is terribly attractive.
Get out.
That's fair.
Get out.
All right.
Get out of this Discord call.
Hey, hold on. Hey, hey, JT. Anyway,
That's
go ahead,
fair.
Xander, or go ahead, whoever's talking.
That's fair.
That was all I was gonna say. Is I don't think she's that attractive. That's all.
Oh, so are we done?
I mean, that's
I think
no, that's
so.
valid. It's valid.
Yeah, Xander, you want to drop any closing statements?
You got anything else to say?
Let's see. You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe, and you can see that that statement is not true. But I've done this bit about 17 fucking times on LS11 Universe, so I feel like it's getting a little old if I do it again. So instead, good night, everybody.